Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, no. And that's how we start another week of radio. I'm ready, Jimmy. Are you ready to broadcast?
I haven't slept since yesterday, but
Jimmy.
Little lamb.
I couldn't sleep last night.
What happened?
Just paying bills.
Moral bills or
No.
like, yeah, financial bills.
Are you ready?
I got caught in a porno vortex last night. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant a porno sting or something.
No.
You scared me for a second.
Of the porno vortex. Like, I'm just fucking around looking at, Drudge and Fark and all the sites to just kind of, see what's going on. Maybe get a few ideas in your head.
It always leads to porn.
And it always leads to
weak.
porn.
We're weak men.
I'm weak.
I'm weak.
I'm sorry, I'm weak.
You start biting your nails like, oh, look at that. I gotta click on that, but I know if I do, it'll be 3 hours of this.
It was just a cavalcade of pornography.
What dragged you in? Where were you? And then it led to something that you could click on.
Dude, it was a link off of, Drudge, believe it or not.
Get out of here.
That said explicit language. So it
What was
took
the
me
story,
to a
do you know?
site.
I want to,
Might remember.
I want to walk through this.
Because once I hit the porno, everything else went.
But it had to be a story with
window.
explicit language.
Yeah. It was pretty popular news. Oh, I think it was the fucking chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was
good old Ernie Anastas.
Ernie Anastas, the anchor here in New York, on one of the New York stations, and he said, you keep fucking that chicken. The story went all over the videos everywhere.
Sure.
And I got there, and then there was like a link or something on the site that had the audio, and I was like, what does that click? And before you know it, you're in the labyrinth.
How bad did it get?
It got so bad, dude.
Really?
It was probably a good, like you said, 3 hours of just perusing pornography.
Where you...
It was at the point where it was like, I got to the sites with the categories. All right, this video, this type.
MILFs,
There's
bigums.
some girl sucking off a dog. It's just like, what happened? I was looking at the news. And then you just keep looking and looking and looking, and then you realize it's getting so late. I've gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, you're in, though, at that point.
Porno rules.
There's no logic when you're stuck in the porno world.
Goddamn porno.
Porno does rule.
And just the fact that it's so readily available, it's right the fuck there.
It's just everywhere now.
It's great.
I might be late to the party on this website, but I tweeted yesterday, hot chicks with dogs with boners or something like that. Have you ever seen this website?
Hot chicks with dogs.
You said hot chicks with, and I almost jumped up and typed it in for you.
Wow, what is she doing?
No. Wait, what's the name of the website? It's called Hot Chicks, with dogs with boners.
All right, they're not doing anything to the dogs. They're just
they just
noticing
happen to be in pictures where the dogs have boners.
they're taking pictures with their little dogs, and the dogs have boners. Oh, God.
Just one picture after
hysterical.
another.
That is fucking funny.
All this hot chicks with dogs with boners. Go to Older.
Wow, is that fucking funny, dude.
Somebody turned me on to this over the weekend. I said, thank you.
Look at the dog's
Look
boner.
at
It's
the tiny
touching her
little
hand.
weenie. Look at them all have boners.
It's great, man.
So
They just,
it's a newer site. There's only about 10, 15 pictures so far.
Wow. A lot of people are going to be going there.
And then somebody said, well, what about hot chicks picking up dog poo? Not as good.
No.
Not as good as hot chicks with dogs with boners.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
So what time did you get out of the porno maze?
The porno matrix, I was in there till probably about 12:15, 12:30.
You know what the secret is? You got to sacrifice yourself. And you got to get rid of the poison immediately.
Immediately? Nah, you got to find the right setting, and it just wasn't popping up.
Yeah, but somehow you got to turn your brain off, go, just get rid of the poison, and I'll be out of this.
And they'd be like, why am I looking at this?
Exactly.
And then you just fucking pass out.
Next thing you know, you're watching the Emmys or something stupid.
What was I doing, Jimmy? Edging? What do they call it?
Yeah, it's called edging when you get
Edging.
yourself close, and then
I like Jimmy's technical jargon.
and then sometimes you gotta go because if your thumb even nips the helmet, you're fucking
over.
spraying your keyboard. You ever go to edge and then you're like, and then all of a sudden your dick just starts drooling, and it's like you can't stop it, but you don't come. It's almost like some came up, and it's almost like your dick had a reflux burp.
you gotta shove a Tums down your dick
it's
hole.
so awful.
Tums very bad for acid reflux. Even me being technical in the middle
Is
of
it?
that's what I'm reading.
If I get a tad, like if I'm feeling a tad because I ate something, or a little saucy, a couple of
it adds to
Rolaids or something, it just goes away. It's fixed.
Then maybe it's not acid reflux. Maybe,
No, it's probably
maybe you
just
just
a
got a little upset tummy.
Yeah, it's like a little came up.
Yeah. How about football?
I actually, because the football game was before the Yankee game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because baseball season is over.
No, it's not.
You're taking a peek at football.
Oh, although the Yankees, what a game last night.
The
That was
Yankees are
horrible.
bored.
Then
They're
they
in trouble.
shouldn't be.
They're in trouble.
They're getting complacent.
Girardi's got to figure out how to motivate these guys because
No, I gotta tell you
they're
though.
just now sitting around waiting for the playoffs.
No, you know what? That fucking Jabba, that pitcher, is just, he's shit. I'm sorry.
How's he shit? The
He's
Yankees
shit.
have won almost 100 games. How could he possibly be
he's shit. He went out there last night. He was shit. It was terrible. Terrible.
Just had a bad outing?
Oh, they were hitting off him like crazy. Then the base is loaded and he's walking in runs.
How could... I don't get it.
And then Griffey gets up there and hits a fucking home run. It's like, what year is this?
He hits home runs still.
DH, get out of here. Guy sucks. Sit down, you fucking steroid head.
I don't think he ever did steroids, my friend.
I don't care.
That's why. Maybe he did though, because he was injured every other freaking at bat.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I don't understand why you're watching baseball when football's happening. Hockey's right around the corner.
I don't care about hockey though.
College football.
Ugh.
You don't like college
Watching
football?
that.
You don't like seeing 80 to 17 games?
I hate looking at helmets. Helmets. I love looking at helmets. I hate looking at the helmets that I don't know what the fuck the sides mean.
It's like, is this a
Right.
minor league team? No, it's
The
college
Texas
football.
A&M or the Longhorns. I don't get it.
College football.
Texas has so
rules.
many teams.
You should sit down and watch one college football game.
I have.
The scoring is just amazing.
I like
it's
it.
way.
They have no defense. It sucks.
It's pretty exciting. I was going to say way more exciting than the NFL, but
No, I'd like
that's not
to watch
true.
a game like the Jets. Defense was great. They made the Pats look like the Jets did last year.
Yeah.
And it was kind of fun to watch.
First time I think the Jets beat the Pats in
2000. In 2,000 years, I mean.
Wait, first time they beat them at home?
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
it. Because the Jets have beat the Pats
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
last few years.
It was
But,
the first time they'd beaten them on like an odd numbered day.
Yeah,
These awful
those
stats.
stats are so stupid. The crowd, though, had to come into play. I don't think Brady could hear jack shit.
It was
whenever
a really
they
loud
came,
crowd.
especially the second half when the Jets really came alive. Holy fuck, that crowd was insane loud. Watching a nice high def, Isn't that great?
You know what, though?
How'd you watch football back in the old days?
You were alive. Why don't you tell everyone?
Well, we sat there in front of a black and white television.
You know what's annoying? Them pumping in fucking crowd noises. Because when you have a good system,
Yeah.
it is so obvious
Yep.
that one of the tracks is them pumping in more
They mic the
crowd
crowd.
noise.
They mic the crowd.
No, I know they mic
Yeah.
the crowd, but someone exposed the NFL.
Right.
They were doing this, and they were exposed a couple seasons ago, I think. And ever since, you could hear it now.
Do they do that? They said they do that to block profanity, but you know that's not why they do it. They just want to make every
Block
play seem
They
exciting.
just want to make it, bigger
Yeah.
than life.
Meanwhile, if it's an
Besides,
exciting play, the crowd's going to yell.
Right.
and
Fine.
the point being, they didn't need to do that during the Jets game because, like you said, it was already a really loud crowd.
crowd was insane. They wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let him hear anything.
Right.
Or the team couldn't hear him. And
And stupid me,
Right.
I just want to show my excitement for my Jets because I didn't really want to acknowledge the Jets yet last year because of Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Although he's having an okay season so far with the Vikings, which is very strange. But I love this Sanchez guy. So I tweeted, we're going to do this. Oh, my God, we're going to do this. And people lost their minds. Like, shut the fuck up. You're jinxing them. Because of that dumb sports curse thing?
Yeah.
They were freaking out. I'm like, no, this time we got it. We got it this time. But the Jets looked really good.
Yeah, they're
Cowboys, not so much there, Jimmy.
Exciting. They got a new
The coach rules. I just hope he doesn't drop dead of a heart attack mid-season. He is the biggest fucking coach in the NFL. He has to be.
Yeah.
You see how big his waist is? And then he has like a butt that kind of goes up in the air, like he's way too fucking big.
Is he bigger than what's his name was when he was Parcells?
Oh yeah,
yeah. When Parcells was at his biggest, he was pretty fucking fat.
I think he's even bigger, to be honest with you. But
what about Ditka?
Ditka?
Was he bigger? Is he bigger than Ditka was?
Bigger than Ditka? Bigger than John Madden?
Wow, not bigger than Madden.
Hell fucking
Madden,
yeah.
fat fuck. Well, Madden when he was coaching wasn't as fat a fuck as he was when he was doing the commentary.
And he like left messages for all the season ticket holders to get really loud for the Pats game. Like the guy is fucking motivated.
That's pretty cool.
I'm loving the Jets so far. What happened to your Cowboys there, Jimmy?
I only saw the end of the game because I was working.
Part where they lost?
Yeah, that'd be the part.
That would be the big part.
They were down by 3. And they went. Well, I think they were down by 3, and they wound up giving up a field goal, so they were down by 6. And then they had a couple of nice runs, and they scored, so they went up by 1. And then they start playing that relaxed defense. And there was one point where they had Manning 1st and 20, pinned back in Giants territory.
That's nice.
And then it was 3rd and something, and they gave up those. There's nothing that bothers me more than when my team in like under 2 minutes, and they start playing that fucking prevent. And they just kind of, that zone defense, and little pick, and all of a sudden, the fucking team is at the Cowboy 35. And then I'm like, you assholes. And they finally blitz, and they get a bad break because a tipped ball is caught, which you can't do anything about. It's going to happen. But then the next play is a fucking pass that gives up a few yards, and that's exactly where they needed to be for the field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I was so... There's nothing that makes me yell more than that soft pick, those fucking pick. It's like this. You're not going to give up an 80-yard bomb. Fucking stop it.
It's just that, just...
Because they eat the clock and they fucking get down there and they kick and you got nothing.
Just gaining 3.5 yards per down.
I was
just enough to get the first down.
It's why I don't watch sports. I was so angry. And then I had to pay bills, and I couldn't get to sleep. I was so fucking irritated.
Hello, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
How do you see that as you're watching the game? And by you, I mean like anybody watching the game. Yet the coach doesn't see it. Like, how do they let that happen?
Because
the entire march down the field.
I don't know. Maybe they make a deal with the other team in the fourth quarter. Like, we'll play soft if you don't throw a bomb. It's so annoying.
Because it's just...
I'd rather see them lose on a bomb.
It's just the thing. It's just a thing to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and they can't think out of the box. Like, okay, we got to do this preventive defense, a little zone action, and try to hold them that way instead of just continuing to play aggressively. That's what got you in the spot to begin with. So keep playing the way you did.
They don't want to give up a giant play. And there was one play where the Cowboy, where the guy caught it, but he dropped it. It looked like it didn't look like a drop pass, but it was. And that went against the Cowboys to stop the clock with like 120. When the clock would have just kept running, they would have got down there. Yeah. Fucking Dallas. I was so annoyed.
Football season rules so far,
this is why
man.
I hate sports, man. I can't handle it. I forgot how much it fucking hurts to be mad when your team loses in the last second of the game.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yankees got a bad call last night also.
Are we going back to baseball?
The Yankees got a bad call at first. The runner was absolutely out, and it wound up being like a little rally. It would have been out. It would have been 3 out. It would have been done. And I was very angry about that. I was clearly out. Like, these umps making or breaking a game is the worst thing.
They should use replay.
They absolutely should.
There's too much at stake.
Yep. Yeah, where one guy he's making the fucking game. He's the guy.
He's the guy.
It's part of the game. Yeah, really? When a guy's getting fucking, like, especially when you get that guy like from the NBA who's a gambler, It was,
Oh, yeah,
it's like,
that's
fuck
good.
that. They shouldn't be the game. They should make decisions. If there's decisions are wrong, they should be overturned by video.
Yep.
Takes 2 seconds to look at a fucking video. I
It
never
doesn't
mind
lie.
waiting.
I don't either. Who would mind waiting? It's kind of exciting when they come back. We've decided after viewing the... Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good weekend for sports. I wanted to check out I forget it. Why am I even mentioning it? The UFC, I didn't get to watch, so why did I just say that?
So I didn't watch either.
No. Did you watch the Mayweather fight?
No, I heard it was a bust.
Well, it's
Kind
boxing.
of boring, yeah.
It's boxing.
Boxing. They still doing that?
They're still doing that.
I noticed there's a bout coming up on HBO or something. I couldn't tell you who, what, where, why. But the way they were advertising it, they really were kind of UFCing it up with boxing. The guys talking smack. Boxers always talk smack to each other.
Right.
But they were talking about like destroying and the way the camera was going back and forth between the two of them, you'd watch this thinking, oh, this is some kind of UFC thing.
Trying to hip it up.
Right, trying to hip it up, trying to make it like extreme, and it's fucking boxing.
Yeah.
So shut up. There'll be clinching.
Right.
There'll be little taps to the back of the head before the ref comes in and splits them up.
A lot of you can't do that.
Stop it, or we'll take a point off. Oh, a standing 8 count. Let's wipe his gloves off. Give him time to recover.
What's the only thing you can't do in UFC?
Stab someone?
Yeah, stab.
And bite his cock.
Under certain circumstances.
I think you got to leave the sledge. You got to leave the sledgehammer outside the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're so right though. Some dumb low blow or something in boxing, the whole thing has to stop.
They were saying that, like, one of the guys was like, the only way you're taking me out of that ring is to kill me. And it's like, it's boxing. Shut up.
It's boxing. The ref
Choke you out? Oh, that can't happen.
You're going to take a few blows to the face, and the second blood starts trickling from your eyebrow, the doctor will wave his hands, and the other guy will go, I won.
Boxing could get rid of that rule.
Yeah.
Let them bleed out.
Just let them bleed.
Let them bleed out.
They don't care.
Watching boxing, like, try to compete with UFC, it's like watching regular radio try to catch up with satellite. It's like, where were you fucking 5 years earlier, you idiots? Why didn't you see this happening? And then they just try to do stuff to catch up.
Try to seem like cable, but or radio.
Yeah.
I was
like
jumping the gun.
Yeah.
But like satellite.
Well, me and Ant were talking exactly
And like
about
internet,
that. Because the Emmys were last night, right?
Oh!
And it goes with your point. It goes with your point, Jimmy. Pretty much every award was won by a cable show.
Was it?
Pretty much. I mean, there were a few exceptions, obviously.
30 Rock.
But,
But
but cable
say?
just destroyed regular TV at the Emmys last night. Destroyed. And then they even joked at the end of it, hopefully we'll be able to have the Emmys on, network TV next year.
It's great.
They're even joking about it.
The network TV has done. I'm telling you, man, not to just fuck. Of course, I'm rooting for the home team, but that's why Leno has a shot because there's so many dramas. You can't compete with what's on fucking cable. You can't. The other networks, their dramas. I'm sorry, Lost is great, but it's ending. The dramas mostly stink on TV.
Occasionally they get lucky and get a hit, but for the most part, it's the shittiest drivel that you'll ever watch.
It's non-violent crime. They can't really show the violence. It's unrealistic language. No tits. No fucking. But it's all politically correct. It's just stupid.
Yep.
It's fucking stupid.
Oh, look out. There's a terrorist on this show. His name is Bob Johnson, and he's the white guy that lives down the street. What a twist.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they just arrested a bunch of terror suspects, and you can't pronounce their fucking Arab names.
There's not a lot of vowels in there.
Pakistan. Just stop. Could we have some real reality here on television?
On regular TV, the terrorist looks like Rutger Hauer. Excuse me, that's not accurate.
There's a problem here.
Fucking House.
House. What? If House won again?
House.
Did House win?
No,
He was nominated, I'm sure.
No, I don't even know if House is still on the air.
Best
at this
drama
point.
series.
Oh, it was nominated. Okay,
Big
I apologize.
Love, which is on is that HBO?
Mm-hmm.
Breaking Bad.
That's
is
AMC.
What?
AMC.
AMC. Damages. I don't know. Dexter's on Showtime. House was nominated. That's and so was Lost and Mad Men.
Where's Mad Men on? Isn't that on cable channel?
AMC, yeah.
AMC, that's cable channel, right?
Yeah. Like I said, mostly cable.
Except for Lost, which is a great show.
Well,
and
it's 30 Rock and Lost. Pretty much were the only other shows that won anything of
That won
significance.
anything?
what did 30 Rock beat for comedies?
Entourage, Family Guy, Flight of the Conchords, which I know you love so much.
I'm glad
Jimmy.
that was nominated. Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother,
Which is a good show.
The Office, and Weeds.
God, that's a lot of good shows right there.
Ooh, Flight of the Conchords.
That's a lot of good shows.
Best Actor was Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad. And House, Hugh Laurie, of course, he's always in there. Best Actress, Glenn Close, Damages. See, this is all fucking cable. Supporting Actor, Michael Emerson, Lost.
There you go.
Hey, how about that?
Who'd he beat?
We'll give it to him.
Yes.
He beat Shatner for Boston Legal. Did Shatner ever win an Emmy?
I don't know.
He did? When was that, Travis? And for what?
A couple years ago.
TJ Hooker?
Boston. No, yes.
For Boston Legal, he did.
Boston
win.
Legal?
Yeah, he's right.
All right.
I remember seeing his bloated self up there on the stage.
Good. Oh, I'm very happy for Michael Emerson.
Yeah, me
Very
too.
well deserved. Supporting actor, drama series, he's very good.
He is great.
He's all right.
Cherry Jones for 24. Oh, best supporting actress. Best actor in a comedy, Alec Baldwin. How about that? Give him that one. Best actress comedy. What is that? Toni Collette.
Oh, from United
interviewed
States
her.
of Tara.
Tara. Yes, we did.
United States of Tara is a weird.
Wait, did she
fucking
star?
show.
Did she star in that or no? She's
Oh yeah,
supporting.
she does.
She's the star, Toni Collette.
Yeah, she
best
plays like
actress.
4 or 5 different people.
That's her.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that. I've
she
heard
plays
of it.
a man,
Oh, I remember that.
It's supposed to be very
a
good.
hoity-toity housewife, a rock rebel kid.
John Cryer wins for 2.5 Men.
I forgot to bring my picture again of Mia Caldor. God damn it.
No, I want to see
I'll
that.
bring it tomorrow.
Well, who was supposed to win that category?
Could be anybody but John Cryer.
Not a big John Cryer
I would
fan.
say. Yeah, I'm not a big John Cryer fan.
You don't like John Cryer?
No.
Wasn't he Ducky and?
Of course it
Yeah.
was Ducky. I don't like John Cryer.
Ew, he was Ducky in the fucking Molly
yeah.
Ringwald movie?
Yeah.
His
yeah.
career was dead in the water, and then this 2.5
Dunsky.
Men brought him back.
And he had a bomb series of his own right before that, too. It bombed. And
What was the name of it?
I don't even remember, but it tanked, and I was pretty much like, well, that's the last you're going to see of that motherfucker. But he must have a Uber agent. Uber.
Well, now he's got an Emmy there, Aunt. I don't even know the name of the bomb.
Was that it?
Shorts? No.
No.
Maybe it was, no, it wasn't that. No. We're all looking, trying to figure it out.
Becker.
Metro- I don't know.
Trouble with Normal?
Who knows?
It might have been. I don't know. But well, anyway, it was just a bomb. It tanked.
Our instant feedback's not working,
What?
which is making this a little difficult.
Difficulties.
Well, I mean, you're talking Emmys, and people want to comment about it, and we don't have the instant feedback, so whatever.
Damn.
Damn you!
Damn.
My goal is to fucking win an Emmy, my new series.
Oh.
What did E-Rock
New
give me?
series.
Yeah.
Writing
Yeah.
for variety series, Billy Crystal sings Late Show writers. E-Rock, I don't know what this means. Look at him
What?
just walking down the hall. E-Rock! See, we're not allowed to have the audio on outside the studio, so this is where that affects us. I don't know what this means.
Come on, watch him run. Watch this.
I play an international detective,
Watch him run.
my new series on ABC.
No rush.
E-Rock, what is this?
Don't think because you're ignoring me, I'm not going to finish this thought after this.
I know you will.
Of course I will.
E-Rock, what is this?
Well, I know how much you love Billy Crystal, and when he decides to singing dance at an award show,
Oh, no.
this is him singing the name of the Late Show with David Letterman writers for Best Variety Series.
Okay.
I thought this was from like a past Emmys.
Dude,
I'm like,
look,
why are you
look,
giving me
look.
a Billy Crystal fucking...
Oh, did Justin and
I
Eric
did not you.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, good.
Look. This is before. Look.
I see
This
the
is
goosebumps.
before.
Oh my God.
Before you pop this fucking thing in, I just got such douchey chills
I swear to God, you see him.
I see him.
Anytime Billy Crystal sings something, I can't look at anybody.
I only saw like the first hour and a half, so I missed this.
Oh,
This must have been later on in the show.
I saw Billy Crystal on Letterman a few days ago.
Yeah.
He might as well be a 90-year-old, out of touch, old Jewish guy. He wasn't funny. I'm sorry, and out of touch. Just didn't know anything. I think he was trying to make a Twitter joke,
Oh, really?
and it's like, the Twitter joke. All right, we
Let's
get
hear it. Maybe it's not that bad. You guys are judging it. Let's give it a shot.
Late Show with David Letterman.
Eric Stangl, Justin Stangl, Jim Mulholland, these are guys who write The Late Show. Michael Barry, Steve Young, Tom Ruprecht, Lee H. Ellenberg, are all names that nobody knows. Matt Roberts, Jeremy Weiner, Joe Grossman, Bill Sheff, Bob Borden, Frank Sebastiano, and David Letterman. They're all nominated writers for...
Billy, this is my show.
Aren't you on a 10?
It was nice.
Shut up.
Did they win?
Who won?
Daily Show won for the 7th year in a row.
Yeah, fuck the Daily Show.
Christ.
What about the Stengel brothers?
They're great, but I say the Daily Show is a well-written
Stengel
show.
brothers have been writing for a long fucking time for that show.
I
They should have got a little something.
I'm guessing it's because the Daily Show is
Fuck the Daily Show. They've
language.
won,
This is my home.
they've won enough.
Maybe because it's a fucking 30 minutes of writing, whereas like they're writing
You know what?
Letterman's monologue.
And they're liberal.
So I'm sure Letterman.
I know.
Stangles, I'm
They
happy
all-
for them.
They
though.
all are, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a super agent, and he's saving because he knows of a plot.
Wait, what's this again? Because I already forgot.
I want to win an Emmy
Okay.
for my portrayal of the super agent.
It's called The Super Agent?
No, it's called Undercover Agent.
undercover agent.
All right.
Yes.
What's the premise of this again?
Is that there's a lot of things happening that the undercover agent has to let the president and other people know.
Ah,
But nobody will listen to him.
wow, this sounds dramatic.
Yes.
Damn.
Agent Bill Chesterfield.
Bill Chesterfield?
Bill Chesterfield.
I hate Bill Chesterfield.
Why? Bill Chesterfield's an outlaw. He used to have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
His boss doesn't like him.
Yeah.
His wife left him
Yeah.
for a gentleman of color.
Oh, God.
Bill Chesterfield's a cuckold.
Hey, let's say hi to Jared in Boston. Jared, this is our big Emmy break. It's just terrific so far.
Yes.
Good evening.
What's up, Jared?
Hey, I don't know if you saw it, Opie, because you went to bed early, but they trotted out Sarah McLachlan to sing I Will Remember You live to the death reel. She looked so annoyed. It's like she stepped on the stage into a fart cloud.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
And she sang it live as they did the montage of the people. Did they allow them to applaud for their favorite dead person?
Oh, yeah. They all hooping and hollering, the friggin' pancreas cancer, friggin' Swayze.
Oh, I want to hear the death thing.
I want to hear it too.
I want to see it.
You gotta pull it.
I love how people have to applaud for their favorite dead person. That is so
Yeah.
weird to me.
Yeah.
That's a much better
Oh my
dead
God,
person.
that's the best death of the year right there.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, yeah. And then you got the polite.
And then Jay-Z comes out. No, wait a minute. I'll let you get back to this in a minute. The most important dead person of the year was not Patrick Swayze.
You didn't mean Jay-Z there, Anthony.
I meant, yes, I meant Kanye. It's all the same to me.
It is fun. They're all clapping politely. Steve Tettelbaum, lights.
Yes.
Patrick Swayze.
Ah, Patrick!
Yeah, it's some 96-year-old film editor or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care.
Well,
about
that's the
him.
thing. The guys that you didn't know, they had to put, what they were underneath. Some guy was, Uber talent agent or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great that Sarah McLachlan had to sing the freaking song.
Maybe I should pay more attention to Sam's tweets over the weekend, where
Do you
it's
have a Twitter
nothing
account?
but rap. It's nothing but rap music and wrestling. That is every Sam tweet.
He loves his wrestling.
Enough. and what rap stars are doing what, and what albums are dropping, yo.
What the fuck, man?
Enough.
Danny, what you
I'm going to stop following Sam right now.
Yeah, just drop.
I'm just going to stop following. There's not been one Twitter. Here's a good gauge. If I have not had one Twitter that I've read and has been useful to me in any way, if there has not been one link that I have clicked on from Sam and gotten something entertaining or fun or educational to read, why am I following him?
Why?
So now I go to Sam Roberts. There he is.
Yeah, but he's got a picture of Oprah on the phone
Not
with Jay-Z.
Sam.
Wait, look.
You know,
We should talk about...
Stop following. Stop following. There it is. Just did it.
Wait, Oprah and Jay-Z. Oh, Jay-Z was here for Oprah Friday?
No.
And that's it. No more Sam Roberts.
All right.
Thank
But
God.
we're looking at a picture that Sam took. It says, damn, Oprah on the phone with Jay-Z. Gotta love SiriusXM. I heard the security around here Friday after we left got completely insane. There was a frozen zone because Oprah was in the
Oprah was
building.
here?
You couldn't walk that way?
No.
Was that at the big performance studio?
Yeah. They actually had a frozen zone. What the fuck? You like to at least think you work for the same company company as Oprah, and you could maybe just walk the halls and just politely go, "Hi, Oprah. How are you?"
No.
She seems to be like a regular gal.
I'm sure she's fine.
She portrays herself on her show as a regular gal, so why do they have to have a frozen zone at Sirius because she's stopping by?
Exactly. You answered your own question as you were asking it.
Yeah.
Would they have an arrow, scumbags this way?
Exactly. That's pretty much the way. That's how we're treated.
Pretty much.
Dude, they bring people around so they avoid this window. By the way, they just like P. Duty when he was here. He could have walked up this way and past our studio, but they brought him all the way around so we couldn't even see him because we're such scum.
Yeah.
Isn't
But
that
the frozen
wonderful?
zone was for everybody that works for SiriusXM.
What were they afraid someone was going to throw an American Tourister bag in the performance studio?
It was I'm sure it was for almost everybody. I'm sure not everybody.
It's not Samsonite.
Well, let's find out. E-Rock and Sam were here Friday for the big Oprah appearance.
Something we just learned recently.
Here comes Sam to talk about the frozen zone. I don't know, man. You'd like to think that maybe you get a peek at Oprah while you're at work.
Oh,
Sorry, stop following you, Sam.
why?
Because I've gotten nothing from your tweets.
Did you see my last tweet?
Yeah.
What was it?
I've got,
All right, Jesus.
I've got nothing from any tweet you've ever tweeted in.
No, I just posted one.
Oh, that is angry.
Why would someone do that when she's here?
Oh, God. What do you mean I can't take this liquid on this flight? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow. Coming back from Freaknik, that was...
Jesus.
Shit.
All right, Sam. Oh, wait, but the frozen zone. Where was it and what time did it take effect?
You know, what do you know about the frozen zone for
No.
Oprah Winfrey?
Well, she was doing her show.
And what's the big fear? That we're going to what? Touch her to get some kind of magical power?
Not just you. I mean, the floor was abuzz when Oprah was here. And she was here from 2 to 3 p.m. Doing a live show in the Big Fishbowl.
And how much did the company pay her for that hour? $2 million probably?
I don't know if there was a
Wow.
direct per-show payment.
Dude, please. Please.
But yeah, I guess I went like a little before the show started, so 5 to 2, and it was all right. But there was like every security guard who you've ever seen on 57th Street, that they used to send over.
Yeah.
They were all in one spot, all in the lobby. There was probably 8 to 10 security guards, and then a lot of people from sales were up because it was a big soiree. Like they had hors d'oeuvres and bottled beverages.
Yeah.
Was most of the on-air staff invited?
On-air staff.
Like people from the radio shows?
I mean, not
Like
specifically.
they had hors d'oeuvres and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I thought the company's in a tight spot right now.
Yeah.
And people aren't getting raises.
We can't even get
that could have
anything.
been somebody's raise, by the way.
Or some were paid for something else that they should get
Of
paid
course.
for.
Yeah.
No, they had hors d'oeuvres and bottled
Hors d'oeuvres.
beverages.
Oh, go.
She makes $55 million, by the way.
Don Wiki Wicklin was here.
Holy mother of
She
God.
makes, we're the workhorses. Work our balls off every fucking day.
million.
She makes $55 million. I think she has to do what, 15 minutes a month or something.
She did an hour this month.
Oh wow! Threw us a bone.
Probably bill them.
But we all have to deal with her with kid gloves.
Was it filmed, though, or was it just Oprah and the thing doing radio?
It was filmed, and there was a lot of press. There was like,
okay.
All right.
So
What
we
about the
filmed it.
Frozen Zone?
Yeah, and then I left probably at 2:30, and when I left, the security guard said, "Sam, what are you doing here?" And I was like, I can't leave through the front door here." And he's like, No, you can leave. I just don't know how you got in the Frozen Zone. So I guess probably at like 2:15, they must have roped off the lobby of the floor.
How good is it, guys? Because we're all in the same boat. Just we're scum. I love that we're just scum.
Ugh.
Ah.
Ugh.
They
Wow.
treat her like a queen for one visit a year, and we're here every fucking day slaving away, and we can't get the basics.
But it's not even about Oprah.
Jesus Christ.
Because I'm sure Oprah wouldn't care if people waved at her and said hello. It's about when you go to, like, you guys did Fallon, you did Letterman, you've done The Tonight Show. It's like
Yeah.
TV fucking studios who have stars of that magnitude don't do that
Don't
shit.
do that.
No.
With their employees.
No.
And they have a lot of people backstage. Like, you have dressing room. You're not allowed to walk into the dressing rooms. But they don't do that unless, of course, Obama or McCain or one of those guys is in. But the TV people don't fucking do that. And they have celebrities there every day. And they don't treat their people like a bunch of fucking mutants.
So the average Sirius XM employee couldn't really see Oprah if they wanted to?
Probably not, unless they got there right when it started. I
Sam,
wouldn't think.
you were in the Frozen Zone.
I was
Now, were there any, let's just call them upper management
Oh, yeah.
watching?
Yeah.
Oh, they were completely allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, they know they're not going to do anything.
Was that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that one?
No.
Nah, he don't
No.
care.
Was
Oh, he cares.
was that one?
No, he don't care about
No.
that stuff.
No?
For a minute.
For a minute.
And then had things to do.
But I'm sure that one was
Yeah.
like
Yeah, of course.
ooh, I'm gonna get right in there and
Oh, that one was. Get right in there.
Hi, may I speak with you? Lie, 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 lie.
What?
Lie, 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 lie.
Jimmy, what's that about?
Nothing.
Nothing. Fuck, I'm pissed now. I know exactly what it's about.
of course.
I was fucking in a good mood. I started the day in
No,
a fucking
you weren't.
good mood. God damn it. Now I'm in a bad mood again.
Oh, see what you did, Sam? That's why I don't have you as a Twitter friend anymore.
Right.
My tweets aren't that bad.
Your tweets are horrid.
The Frozen Zone was ridiculous.
Boom, right in.
Oh, yeah, and then you know how, like, when I was going downstairs, when I was leaving the building, I saw, you know how you have made a point on the air of how ridiculously hard it is to get into the building when you forget your ID at home?
All right, let me explain, though, for the people. We have now been here 6 months.
Yes.
And it's still a pain in the ass to get in here. God forbid you forget any of your badges or,
Yeah,
or
don't forget
passes
that.
or your ID. You're shit out of luck. We have to go through. We go beep. All right, this is me going into the building. Beep, beep, ka-chong. That's the turnstile.
Yeah.
What's that sound like?
Ka-chong. So you get a beep, beep, ka-chong. Then you go upstairs, and then another beep, and a hello, how are you?
And that beep, chick.
Right.
That's the other door
Right,
opening.
right. And if you don't have this, what I'm holding up, I know it's radio, you're fucked.
Right, because
And then all of a sudden they're like, who are you? I'm like, who am I? You see me every fucking morning at 5:15. Figure it out.
Yeah.
What else do you have to do with your time
Could be
around
an
here?
imposter.
Seriously, what else do they have to do except memorize shit?
Yeah.
Memorize spaces. You know that dumb game, with the cards? The memory game where you turn over a card and like, okay, the
Old maid?
the pumpkin. Oh, the pumpkin was over here. No!
Yeah. It's like
Go
concentration.
fish.
Whatever
Memory.
the fuck it was. Memory, whatever. That's all they need to know is...
Guess who?
No, I don't know if it was Guess Who. Whatever. But anyway.
Trouble?
But anyway.
that's a good game.
Was it Yahtzee?
What are some of them other games?
Probably.
Mousetrap,
Othello.
Crisscross, Candyland, Hungry Hippo,
Shoots and Ladders.
Othello.
Ballbuster. Finger longer. Anyone for Ballbuster? All right, Sam. So I just explained how hard it is for us, and we work it every day.
If you do forget your ID, it's a pain because not only do you have to show photo ID, but your name has to be put in the system, and then they take a picture of you.
Again,
As a guest.
Right. So, except I realized when I got down, it looked like there was a table in the lobby of the building with a white tablecloth that said Sirius XM on the front. And then laid out on the table were what looked to be guest passes for everyone in Oprah's camp that were put there before they even got there. So all they would have to do is walk in, pick up the paper off the table, and right upstairs.
They're not fucking standing there.
Cool.
All right, we'll take a picture. We'll this.
No.
Can I see some ID? Can I?
Meanwhile, I've been here, and I came from the airport, and I had to fucking scan my luggage.
yeah. They have a luggage scanner down there. Like, take your shoes off.
Do they really?
Yes!
Absolutely.
I'm like, there's nothing in here but fucking clothes.
Oh,
There was a rumor that the elevator was held when they knew Oprah was within,
I don't doubt
60
it.
seconds of arriving.
But she's supposed to be a regular gal. This isn't regular gal shit.
Well, I'm saying she is a regular gal, but she gets the amenities now.
She is the biggest celebrity in the country, though.
Yeah, good for her.
I mean, I'm just saying, Oprah is the biggest celebrity.
I don't know about that.
Who's bigger than her? I mean, Michael Jackson's dead. Oprah is the biggest. She's the fucking biggest, man. She's definitely the most powerful. She's the richest. She's the biggest.
I think Ellen DeGeneres is actually more famous than her right
Than
now.
Oprah?
Than right now. Oprah's ratings were a bit down leading into this season.
Maybe, but Oprah is like, it's like the name Oprah. You know, it's just fucking Oprah.
Ted Sheckler?
Ted Sheckler is different. He's more mysterious and iconic.
I see a picture. It says "Happy Birthday."
Yeah,
Ted
but that's,
Sheckler.
everybody knows Ted Sheckler.
I really want to know more about this. I need to know more about the Frozen Zone.
Yeah.
That just drives me nuts.
Oh, angering.
We wouldn't have been allowed in the Frozen Zone?
Well, I think it's because as the
What would the employees do for real?
as the event started going, like 10 minutes in, SiriusXM employees were getting very excited about this, and people kept coming and coming to the point where it was hard to walk. So, like, the space between the glass studio and the wall was getting completely filled with people, so there was not a walkway.
Fire hazard.
So they could have blocked it off.
But if I can see that they got to do it for that reason. We'll just keep a little aisle open. Like maybe what we do around my apartment sometimes, if I have a lot of friends and family over, is we put up tape and we have little walk areas, we call them. Boo. I'm tired.
All right, Sam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great. So a lot of excitement here Friday. Oprah was in the building. How much did she make for her appearance at SiriusXM? I need to know.
Had to be a lot.
I don't think she makes $55 million.
Maybe it's included in the price.
I'm sure.
If you divide it by 3 years and then 365 days a year, it's a little over $50,000 a day, including weekends and holidays.
A day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we can't get raises for some of the guys.
All right.
But they had hors d'oeuvres. Unbelievable.
It's like 2 years.
Oh, those hors d'oeuvres.
Huh? Wait, you have to work 2 years, Sam, just to make one Oprah day?
Like a year and a half.
If I start hearing a buzz about your Twitters, I'll start following you again.
Well, I just posted something like right before I came in here that it's.
Oh no, I'm not.
Was it
gonna know
good?
what it is.
Was it non-wrestling?
It's not wrestling, non-rap related.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must be exciting.
Is it true, too, that Fez wasn't allowed to leave the Ron and Fez show while Oprah was in the building?
That's true, because
What?
Because it was Rosh Hashanah and Fez had a Hitler mustache. He was not allowed to leave the studio while Oprah was here.
That's funny.
Oh shit.
See,
And Ron came out while his show was on to see Oprah, and Steve Blatter goes, "Don't you have a show right now?" And Ron was like, "Yeah, but I left Fezzy in there. It's the greatest just to know that Fez is not allowed to do something."
Fucking Ronnie, that's great. Why doesn't Fez have a fake mustache on hand?
That's
so
fun.
that it doesn't get him in trouble. You could keep it in his pocket,
Yeah.
and then when need be, just stick it on his Hitler mustache.
That's a
and then he
great
could
idea.
walk around.
You could use the Hitler mustache to Velcro the real one on.
Right.
It's perfect.
Very
You're
good.
Right.
Very good. A little comb in the back, and then just shove it into the Hitler mustache, and you're wearing another mustache, and you look like maybe you could have that Sam's dad look.
Yeah, well,
with the
handlebar.
handlebar mustache.
Very true.
I don't know what's worse, but
So,
Hitler mustache.
and,
yeah. All right.
and let's get all the office gossip out of the way. What's going on with people not allowed to hang out outside our office anymore?
Well, no, yeah, they don't. The problem was, Bobo,
See, every Friday Bobo shows up, and then these guys do some kind of Bobo stunt, which helps like the morale of SiriusXM.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff ends up on the Opie and Anthony show, or
Certainly does.
or I don't know, on a YouTube channel, whatever.
yeah.
It's obvious. It's material for our show.
Well, we put a box on Bobo's head and we're throwing balls at him while the box was on his head. And there were a couple of people who said they were appalled by that. That they were disgusted by seeing that because they thought Bobo was
Is it true that
retarded.
someone actually came up to you, Sam?
Came up to the office and said that they didn't like that. So we said, okay, we'll just leave him alone. We'll just sit. Because people think that we're making Bobo and like intern David and stuff come in. They don't realize that these people are enjoying this very much.
They're
and like
volunteers. They enjoy being here.
They come in. We don't even ask them to come in, and they come
really-
in. They
They're
like
part
it.
of the radio show because they are fans and they want to hang out.
It's sad to say, but we gave them lives.
Right.
They're nobodies without the
Yes.
Opie and Anthony show. And what, was it a woman that had a problem, said,
Yeah.
I don't like that you're doing that?
They said some of us.
Why is she sticking her nose
Actually,
into
I-
our business?
I think I remember the line verbatim. It was, "We all have a problem with this."
Yeah.
Who's we all?
We didn't. We just said, okay, we took the box off his head.
But we're trying to make radio.
That's not like sexual harassment.
this isn't
It's
like
not
a-
any kind of harassment in the workplace. It's just what it is.
Who are you going to argue with? Who are you going to talk to? No one to
No,
talk
there's
to.
no one to
They
talk
will
to.
leave you swinging by the fucking neck.
There's no one you talk.
So then a week goes by, and like on Friday, half a Hulkface and Bobo were both here, and Bobo gets here at 6:30 in the morning and just sits there, which is whatever, fine if that's what he wants to do. So he was sitting out there with half a Hulkface from 6:30 on, and there was a request that maybe having them sit out there for 4 hours was a bit much, and that from now on they should sit in one of the offices.
And this is why I'm enraged today.
Because then
We had an amazing facility where we were, where no one bothered us. We didn't have other employees going, we all don't like what you're doing.
You only had one.
And right, and then they said, we're moving you over to the SiriusXM building, and it's going to be great. 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 And then they give us shitty facilities, and we're still trying to create and do our thing. And now they won't let us do that. Well, give us a bigger space.
Yeah, 'cause the
and then you
problem
won't
is
see our guys.
the
we have
office-
2 tiny little offices,
Right,
for
they're-
this operation.
right now they're at maximum capacity with the staff in them, and when you put Bobo and half a Hulkface in them, nobody can get any work done because Bobo just yap,
So-
yap, 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 yap.
Shut up.
So what's going to end up happening is these guys aren't going to be able to hang out anymore, which means it's gonna hurt the radio show a little bit because we won't have them at our what's the word I'm looking for?
Our beck and call.
Yeah, sure.
We'll have to book Bobo, and he'll have to come in at the time he's penciled in for us.
It'll just be
So they're not
another
allowed to
thing.
hang out in the hall anymore, which was
No.
very entertaining for everybody.
No.
Yeah. It's fun. Make good radio because things would happen.
Then whoever told you this, well, Opie and Anthony said, all right, then get us a bigger work area, a more efficient work area.
Get us a green room.
Yeah. We have nothing. We have 2 tiny little offices and a fucking veal box that we're broadcasting out of.
Steve actually did argue, because Steve argued this very much because I said that because Steve put the comfy chair and the couch are in the office that Steve's in.
Right.
So I said that's our green room. That means Bobo and Half a Hulkface have to be in your office, Steve.
Ah.
So Steve argued this point very much and said, well, let's put them in the green room that we have access to. But we said we can't put Half a Hulkface and Bobo into the real green room because what if a star comes
Yeah.
and they find Bobo sitting in there?
Well, that would be even
What-
worse.
What would be the big deal?
What if Taylor Swift comes in and all of a sudden
Taylor Swift
have
can't
a
talk
Hulk
to
face?
Bobo for 30 seconds before she does whatever she fucking does?
That's correct.
I like you.
Dude, why did he take the microphone from you?
He should not have. He should not have done that.
Did he give it back? Did you talk to Kenny West?
Will you be my girlfriend and come to the Queen's motorist?
My penis looks like it was chewed off by piranha. The bottom half. Like a bottom feeder catfish. Ate half of it. Could you spit on me? It will get hard for no reason. They throw oranges at my head.
Well, you have to go back to this person and say this is completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
That don't kill the messenger.
Okay.
You know, but this is completely unacceptable as far as Opie and Anthony are concerned. We need a place to create. We don't have a place to create here. We have 2 tiny, ridiculously small fucking offices. We had a massive facility at the other place where the guys could hang all day and do whatever the fuck they wanted, which made for creating some good stuff.
Huge live
It was
audience.
we called it the Opie and Anthony Lab for a reason.
Yep.
And when I put
You guys are experimenting and figuring shit out, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll bring Bobo in with the dumb box on his head.
when I had intern David in a straitjacket standing in a shallow box for an hour and a half, I can't tell you how many people who work here came up to me and they were like, wow, it's about time we actually had some fun energy back here. And people were really into it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's...
They're turning into a corporate office.
And that's
going to be a huge mistake.
That was the selling point, too, by the way, of us moving from there to here was, hey, there's going to be energy and action. And there's people, that you can get reactions off of and bring in. Really? There's people here that can just poo-poo what we're doing.
We tried to bring people in, and now they walk around our studio.
Yeah, they walk around the studio.
And I got yelled at.
Excitement.
Yeah. I got yelled at because I got Marion Barry in here for not yelled at, but I was very cool.
Yeah.
But, it's like you can't win. This one's threatening this one, threatening that. People start shit, can't handle it when we fucking crush them. It's silly. It's silly.
Yeah, it really is
silly.
just ridiculous.
They make it so hard. This is
trying to have a little fun.
It should be
This
so
is the
easy.
easiest job in the world, but they make it so hard.
I don't get it.
They were all excited because, we fought for that McDonald's bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then after the show Friday, there was like this conversation, I won't say with who, and it's like, we got it done. After a lot of work, we got it done. I'm like, it shouldn't be a lot of work. I looked
Yeah.
him right in the face. I'm like, the point is, I go, thanks that, we can replay it. But the fact is, it shouldn't be a lot of work.
Yeah.
They could spend their time with other stuff. Are you mad, Jimmy?
No, really. I mean,
Oh, good. Then I'm not either.
I'm just disgusted.
Fuck, so am I. Damn it. And I was in such a good mood. But if you're disgusted, I'm
It's
disgusted.
infuriating. Like they just don't get it.
Ask them what they're going to do. If they don't want our people in the hallway, then tell them we need more space. For real. That's not even a joke.
Space.
Some of these are jokes and whatever. This is a real issue, though.
We should have a third
We had
office.
a really nice big facility where we were able to do whatever the hell we wanted, which, I know I'm saying it again, but it led to some
the
good
good old
radio.
days.
And if we can't have our guys in the hallway because we don't have enough space, then they have to give us a bigger space.
Space.
We
There's-
should have
there's-
one office for retards only.
Dude, I walk around this place and I see people, I don't even know what they do. Get rid of them. Take their office. Knock down some walls.
I'm sure.
The fuck do they do?
I'm sure it's very important.
Don't be company man. You know that half this place,
Being
like
company man.
half this place, they could just get rid of.
Like Troy Kwan.
Troy Kwan,
I don't even notice.
top of the list, Sam.
Definitely.
It's like one of those things. We have an electronic device.
Yeah.
And something falls out of it, yet it still works completely fine. And you're like, what the fuck was this for anyway?
That piece.
Yeah. And you could just throw it away, and it works dandy. That's what some of the people are.
Sam, get me a can of red paint and a paintbrush.
Okay.
After the show, I'm Xing the offices that could go.
Wow.
Because I know exactly who should stay and who should go. And I'm Xing studios, too, by the way. Enough with some of these dumb channels.
Sounds very Nazi-like.
Enough.
Yeah.
I'm walking down the hall and
Do you want to paint an X or maybe something else?
Oh, is the X
Put a
the bad
check.
one?
Put a
no,
check.
no,
I don't know.
No, X is very ancient Egypt.
Maybe a green check.
Yeah.
whatever. I'll do.
A white star.
I'll do something with the red paint, which means you're done. You're a waste. You don't need to be here.
What was that? Oh, yeah. Looked better as a thumbnail. Don't you hate? Don't you hate news? I know, because I was perusing much pornography last night, and it's so upsetting when a thumbnail looks a lot better than when you blow it up. Like, God, that one had potential.
Yeah, it hides all the hurt.
It really, really does.
It hides all the hurt. All right, why don't we take our first break?
Junior Gotti's on trial again. How much he must spend in legal bills? Jesus Christ!
Got to be $20,000-$30,000.
That's what I was thinking.
Tops.
Yeah.
They're going to get him this time.
You think so?
Yeah.
What are they even? What's he even for?
I don't know.
Did anybody know what he's in trial for?
They always got new
It's like, wasn't he acquitted or something, or didn't he?
new charges.
Oh.
Yeah, they just want him in jail.
Yeah.
So they'll keep doing this until they get him.
That's
to
how they
stay
got
in
his
jail.
old man.
Yep.
He looks confident, though. I'll say that.
I don't know. We'll see.
He's getting older and older, too. Look, he was like a kid when they first started this. Now he's gray.
Yeah.
It's like an older guy. Like,
Fourth trial.
Fourth fucking trial.
For pretty much the same stuff.
Is it really? What do they keep?
It's for the same stuff. He hasn't done anything. He even said, "I'm not in the mafia anymore." Whatever. But this is for the same stuff. Fourth trial for the same stuff.
Fourth time in 5 years facing a tougher, bloodier version of the racketeering charges first brought in 2004.
But how can they keep retrying you? What, are they hung juries, or are they just? How the fuck can they keep throwing you on trial?
The 3 earlier prosecutions ended with hung juries and mistrial.
All 3? Yeah. Wow. Okay, so that's So what they do is they just fucking bleed the guy's bank dry, because the state, if you're found not guilty, the fucking state or anybody should have to reimburse you. The fucking state should be forced to reimburse you.
I completely agree with you.
Good idea.
Completely.
But you know something?
Why don't they, by the way?
Because they're motherfuckers.
What if it's a situation like OJ, where everyone knows he did it, technical glitches and fucking police incompetence or whatever you want to call it, he gets off, and now the taxpayers are giving a murderer money.
Okay, you're right. There's got to be.
That's odd, right there.
There has to be, like, there has to be a quote unquote preponderance of the evidence, or proof beyond a shadow of reasonable doubt. There should be some type of a system like that in the other way. Like that Nifong guy, that piece of shit who was going to prosecute those Duke guys.
Yeah.
They should be absolutely reimbursed. If it's prosecutorial misconduct, or fuck, you know what? Police bungling, or the fucking prosecution bungling, or anything to do with the state fucking up, they should be forced to reimburse you.
Even if the guy's like OJ?
But OJ was released because the jury was not, a predominantly black jury was not going to convict him. The fuck-ups weren't big enough for that jury to let him off legitimately, as far as I'm concerned. That was a decision they made because they wanted to release OJ.
No, they dropped the M-bomb with fucking Mark Furman and made that the issue.
Then it's Fung's mistake. But then again, the prosecution was so stupid, too. But no, that's a little bit different, man. But you raised a good question, but not in that case.
It was so cut and dry, literally, that you could have mongoloids up there prosecuting, and
you did. You did.
Yes.
Marsha Clark stunk. Chris Darden stunk.
Darden, what is he up to these days?
Remember him? She was more worried about fucking getting a makeover, and what people were saying about her stupid fucking hair and how awful she looked. So she had to, wow, she does not even look like it. She could walk down the fucking street. You would never know that was her.
She looks better now. That hairdo,
she doesn't look better now.
The blonde hair? Yeah, she does.
She looks creepy.
She looks different now.
She looked like a doll from the Twilight Zone back then. The fucking rosy cheeks.
Well, it's like comparing dog shit with cat shit. It's like, who cares? It's still shit.
Cat shit a little better.
So you might as well at least have your original shit instead of trying to dress it up. Enough about the shit. Sam, get the fuck out of here. We got a radio show to do.
Sam,
please. Okay. Thank you for the info.
You're welcome.
The Frozen Zone, which just amazes
me.
So
Twitter the big kidnapping on wrestling last night.
Teddy Long?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that after the break.
And then the Undertaker's a kidnapper now.
Yeah, and then too much commotion outside our office at our radio company. Oh
wow,
my God.
Look out.
Are you kidding me?
Oh. Can I get a picture with so-and-so? You got to wait an hour.
Yeah,
all right.
Why?
Does that bother you, Jimmy?
Fucking radio.
Not bothered, just kind of, it's such a great comparison when you look at the way other places that I kind of deal with do things and the way they treat you. It's like, wow, okay, I forgot that's what it's like in entertainment.
They want to make sure you know your shit. Like there's celebrity. We're part of the celebrity world, but we're like the very, very low end of that. And then there's other celebrities that actually come in and you think, oh, you know, not to pat ourselves on the back, but we're like, oh, I think I could just get a nice picture with this person.
Yeah.
And Jimmy has tried a few times. He's like, no, you got to wait. You got to wait at least an hour.
You know what this whole atmosphere is like? And walking around the other day, I noticed, I remember walking around in a single fucking radio station where you would walk around and it was just that station.
Right.
You had your sales department, you walked around in there, the bosses, and they were separated from the talent portion where your, jocks would stay and the studio was the broadcast studio. And now I was walking around here going, this is like a Sam's Club of radio. Like you walk around and there's a shitload, you don't know anyone. There's management and people that are kind of telling you what to do, but they kind of not really sure.
They've never done a radio show before.
Yeah.
I love the people that have never done a radio show before and they're trying to tell you what to do. It's like, what?
This is Radio IKEA. You walk in and you're like, where's the fucking...
Right.
I need to get a panel for this thing, and it's in another aisle for my fucking desk. And
it's just ridiculous.
Then you ask someone, and they don't know what the fuck.
Then you got to keep it all corporate.
Yeah.
That is the dumbest thing ever. Should have every employee just sign something and say, look, you're going to be offended. It's a radio environment.
Yeah. That's part of it. It's not part of every radio show, obviously, but the shows that it is part of should be allowed to do their show like they did when it was just that single station. No one bothered because they knew what the fuck the deal was. If Opie and Anthony were on in the afternoons at AAF, which, by the way, they were, no one was coming by and going, oh, my God, was I offended? We didn't have to pull curtains.
Nope.
We didn't have to kick people out. We didn't have to do anything because everyone knew this is what they do. There's no surprises.
Every once in a while, they would put up a sign. You might see naked women. Which made like all the sales guys hang out with us all the time.
Yeah, then they wouldn't leave.
Right.
But now it's just...
It's weird. We've been around long enough to see the changes.
They want to treat the news stations like they do our show. Or the 80s channel like they do our show. With the exact same rules in place. It doesn't work that way. If you walked around the hallways of Light FM here in New York, just plays the light music to get the chick jocks and everything, it's going to be a completely different environment than NEW was when it was us and Ron and Fez, and it was pandemonium.
Yeah.
Why can't they accept that that's how radio shows work? Now it's this pristine atmosphere that everyone has to adhere to or you get in trouble. And how are you supposed to do those different types of shows and have that different dynamic when you have to stay on the same set of rules?
I got an answer for you, but, you know, they're not paying me for my consulting. I mean,
what's the matter? Check bounce?
It's really simple, though, for real. It's the basic stuff. Have a wing of this floor where it shows like ours or whatnot, and then like the dumb channels that no one listens to, and that have people that might be offended that work on those channels. Have them on another part of the floor, separate it a little bit.
Yeah,
like this is like the dirty wing. The
naughty wing.
So you know going in, I'm heading into the naughty wing because I have to walk through. Okay, I might see something.
But
that's my choice because I could walk around and go another way.
You know what? That's a great idea if the naughty wing wasn't taken up by one show.
Don't even get me started.
That could make a huge naughty wing. But the naughty wing, no one's allowed to go in there. It's a half of the building.
It's a frozen zone.
And it's a complete frozen zone 24/7. And that's the naughty wing.
Speaking of which, what has been seen more? A Yeti or a Bigfoot or Howard Stern?
In this building?
Yeah, for real.
Well, I think a Yeti was here yesterday. What?
I don't get it.
Sunday?
Yesterday?
Oh, I mean Friday.
Oh,
I'm an
Jesus.
idiot. I thought today was Friday.
Jesus.
And that would have been today.
I know.
Has there been any Howard sightings
I
in the
saw him
last
once.
6 months?
I saw him once.
You saw him
Wow.
once?
Because what he does is
Did you get shaky camera footage? Like, oh my God, I gotta
I
get
think
this.
that's him.
you have to be in the right place at the right time.
Really?
Yeah.
Because at around, it must have been 11:15 or so,
Uh-oh.
he passes through, he goes straight from out his door, through the lobby, down the hall to the freight elevator.
Right.
And if you're in that area, but like,
Wow.
That's exciting if you're in that area at that time, huh?
one of my friends has been here for 2 years and she's never seen him before. She works right down the hall, right outside our office. She's been here 2 years. She's never seen him.
But he'll
That's
make
hysterical.
believe he's part of this company.
Yeah, I'm Loch Ness Howie.
Can we get shaky video of him? I want to push it out to the media.
Bigfoot Stern.
It's just so fucking weird.
But no sightings, Robin. I saw somebody trying to take a plastic cast of my footprint, Robin. That's really funny. A big plastic cast.
We think this is where he came out of his studio. We've taken plaster casts and
Oh my God.
Whatever. One more thing. Is there anything worse than...
I'm a Yeti.
Is there anything worse when you're at this facility and there's some dope running down the hall with a script heading into a
didn't see
studio?
that.
What could be so important on that piece of paper?
Very important.
I've never seen that.
Oh, just keep your eyes open.
Okay.
Someone in a hurry with a script. I got to get on the air.
Well, most shows have to have scripts and stuff pre-written.
Right.
Because otherwise, what would management approve before they go on the air?
What would management? All right.
All right, we'll take our first break, and we'll get into some stuff.
I like the way
Yeah.
Steve, by the way, is letting his hair poof out the sides of his hat.
I can't really say anything about that. I'm in dire need of a haircut.
Doesn't
Holy
matter.
Shit.
Not as bad as he is.
I got red eye on Thursday, so I think I'm having a haircut.
I have it
on
Wednesday.
Thursday. Really?
I do.
gotta have us on there together one day.
I would love that, but they call me the stay on TV motherfucking kid. That's what they call me.
Motherfucking kid.
That's the graphic they use?
Yeah,
When you pop up?
Yeah, is that it?
The stays on TV motherfucking kid. Oh yeah, Hannity the 26 too.
Hey,
Doesn't bump me. Hannity hates me
Hey,
now.
can I turn people
Oh,
onto
no.
I don't know
my?
why.
Can I turn people onto my Toodly Doo video?
Yeah, the Toodly Do is pretty
Do you
good.
like
Where
it?
was that? Times Square?
Times Square, actually, on Saturday, I was in Times Square. I actually took Sam and his lovely girl out to dinner. And then Sam's like, you want to come up and watch Special Delivery? I'm like, no, I don't want to be in that facility if I don't have to.
It was a good show.
Was it a good show? Good. I didn't get to hear it. I'll whatever. But afterwards, I'm walking through Times Square, and there's a Toodly Doo guy, so I was Toodly Doing as he was Toodly Doing as well.
He had like a pan flute. He was like Zamfir.
Right. It's on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio, but it made Anthony laugh, which made me very happy.
Yeah, that was very good.
Right there, the top one.
Because
late
you
night.
are completely annoying this idiot.
I just so you know, I'm no more than 5 feet in front of his face.
Just yelling Toodly Do at the guy.
He hates you.
How annoying!
You see the look
He
he
just
gave
looks
me?
at him like, I'm trying to earn a living here.
Yeah, he's blowing into fucking husks to make rent money, and you're totally doing with a fucking camera.
He's got a mullet. I'm no joke, 5 feet, maybe closer, because I wanted
Had
to
to
make
be.
sure I got all the audio right.
So fucking annoyed. Oh, did he have to be annoyed?
Toodly doo, toodly doo, toodly doo. Want to go down and do one? They're in Times Square all day long. You should bring your slide whistle, and we'll
Jam with him.
we'll set up camp right next to them.
Jam.
All right, I don't know if we got anything accomplished with this first break, but it was fun for us.
You did.
We'll get into some other things after the break.
What I noticed about when I started the whole
Is
thing
this a
off.
tease?
No, talking about porno.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
watching a lot of porno last night. Now when I'm looking at girls on TV like this, all I'm looking at is like tits and ass and thinking what they look like naked. Now, I normally would anyway.
Yeah.
But now it's really like prevalent.
Damn,
I'm like, all right, let me see what that would.
look at
Yeah,
that.
she got a little secretary spread going there. Like right there, I'd be like, all right, I think I know what those titties look like. And
Is there anything better than the arching of the back? Oh,
Cures a world of hurt.
God, it cures everything.
yeah. Now they're doing push-ups on the sidewalk outside.
Planking.
Fucking
Almost planking.
7-Eleven.
I did a little planking last night after my
Planking?
10 rounds on the heavy
I
bag.
plank.
It's fucking hard, man.
I'll plank with you. You do a side plank, motherfucker? Are you a side plank, motherfucker?
I usually do it around the world, which is you plank all both sides.
Yeah.
But I just did a little straight planking last night.
Straight planking.
I was doing some cranking last night.
Do you do the side cranking?
Any kind of crank I need.
Holy shit, John. I fucking love you. Keith Olbermann, thank you.
You're thanking Keith Olbermann?
No, I've decided that this year I need to become a football fan again. I'll be honest. The last couple of years, it kind of faded out. Didn't see a
Yep.
lot of games. And my
hear
Jets, but this year I just feel like I really want to watch a lot of football, a lot of highlights. I'm all in it. For real. The Jets look good so far. Even if the Jets are a bust, that's okay. I'm in this year.
You're in.
I'm so in. So this Sunday night football thing they do with Keith Olbermann,
Yeah.
it's unwatchable.
Really?
Fucking John in Georgia. John.
Hey, yeah. He makes jokes that he has absolutely no confidence in, and they're horrible to begin with.
Didn't he do a plucking, keep plucking that chicken joke or something? If we could find that, that'd be great.
I think so. But he also made a comment with Johnny Knox from Chicago, and his exact delivery was, Johnny Knox trying to make Chicago Johnny Knox.
Oh, yeah.
What happened there?
Completely delivered like that with no confidence.
Can we hear some of the audio?
Now, here's the history of Keith Olbermann. He was on ESPN, and I really did like him on ESPN way back. And then this MSNBC show he does, and how he spoke up about Imus after Imus got fired, that was the turning point with me. I'm like, this guy's a douchebag. He had every opportunity to say what he wanted to about Imus before Imus got fired. You know, he wasn't brave. He was brave behind the scenes, and then he was brave when he knew that Imus couldn't hurt him anymore.
He's a company man, yeah.
And now I fucking hate the guy.
Yeah.
And it's not even about his politics, because I probably lean more toward a Keith Olbermann than a Sean Hannity, probably. But he's just a douche of a guy. And now they decided they want to do this football thing with him every Sunday on NBC.
Yeah.
So he's the guy
so,
doing all
yeah.
the highlights. And it's like, I don't want to listen to Keith Olbermann.
Well, now you have to if you want to.
Well, if the
catch
guy
that.
could get some
Yeah.
highlights of Olbermann, because it is horrendous, and some people comparing it to like John Sterling crap, like
Oh,
douchey over
really?
the top. You know, he's trying to make it about himself a little bit and whatnot.
It's not about you, douchebag.
I'm so glad that guy brought that up. I was just thinking about that last night. I'm like, I have to sit through him if I want to see highlights. Break time? Okay. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Opie and Anthony, stay there. Opie and Anthony on a Monday. We'll get through this.
Yeah.
Well, your number one movie was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
That's that
Animation, right?
Animation.
I like the animations. I'm going to have to see that one.
Yeah. 9 looks good too.
9? What's that?
9. That's the one. Who the hell's in charge of that fucking movie? Oh, I don't know. What? What's the matter, Travis?
Tim Burton, right?
Is it Tim Burton?
Yeah, I think he produced it.
He produced it. Yeah.
What is 9 about? I don't think
It
I've heard
looks
anything
very
about this.
post-apocalyptic kind of animation thingy, like like he does.
Yeah, it looks like a Tim Burton flick.
Nightmare Before Christmas kind of.
wow, look at that.
Only it looks pretty cool.
9 official trailer on YouTube if you want to play along. Right on, man. Look at that.
It looks good, and of course
They
there's
figured out that animation thing, huh?
yeah, it's pretty good. There's
Except
some
for-
survivors, and then
You know where they haven't figured it out yet?
where?
Tiger Woods 10. Drives me fucking nuts how bad the graphics are.
Yeah,
Gameplay, terrific. Graphics, suck a dick.
yeah, they should have better graphics.
Look at
on
John
that one.
Madden. Let's do the John Madden thing with the Tiger Woods thing. End of story.
It's all in texturing and lighting. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Looks great. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks good. Anthony, what about The Informant? Kind of a bust. Claudia with the Chance of Meatballs, $30 million. The Informant, $10 million.
Ooh, yeah.
I think they wanted a little more money from The Informant.
Maybe they did. I think they're hoping for DVDs.
And then a movie we were all over last week, and
Yeah.
man, I can't believe I haven't seen it yet with all the conversations we had about this movie. Love Happens. My God, I don't know why I didn't go.
Love Happens.
Opening weekend, I don't know why I didn't go. Did you go
Yeah.
and see Love Happens, Jimmy?
What's that?
Did you go and see Love Happens?
Yeah.
No. I was going to go, but it was someone told me it was sold out.
Yeah, a lot of sold out shows.
Yeah,
It's too bad.
sure is.
What did that make?
8.5, so that's a bust.
Ooh, that's not good.
No, that's a bust.
Hopefully this, people start looking and going, maybe these movies are, done.
Well, the problem is they put Jennifer Aniston in these roles where she's finding love, and in real life she's a bust with a smelly pussy, I think. because
You really took a hold on. That was a complete nosedive away from. People think she's good, but I think that she's a bust with a smelly pussy.
well, look,
Wow.
in real life, we know that in real life Jennifer Aniston can't find a man. And she desperately wants a man. She wants to have a kid and all that crap. She's still trying to get over the Brad Pitt breakup, even though Brad Pitt has moved on and had 10 kids since then.
Oh, my God.
But she's still fawning away for Brad Pitt. Then she's seen a bunch of guys, and no one wants to stay with her. And you know what? She is pretty fucking hot.
She's pretty fine.
So then let's do the equation. If she's really hot, but no guy wants to be with her, smelly pussy.
You think that's always what does it?
That's my guess.
Maybe she got a bad attitude.
So now I'm thinking people don't want to see her finding love in these movies because it's not believable because they know what
They know she has a smelly pussy.
yeah, that they know the real Jennifer Aniston is having a problem as far as that goes.
Come on. John Mayer was with her, right?
I think he was, yeah.
Yeah. We should ask him, right?
Oh, well. Remember when he used to do our show?
Yeah, I remember.
Another guy before he made the
Before he
AA
got
list.
huge.
He was huge, but I mean, then he went to the next level.
Yeah, he went up to that level of never fucking, they wouldn't bring him past this studio.
No, and he used to do our show, and we used to have him on the phone. But
yeah, and he would have fun. He'd goof about all the stupid, disgusting stuff.
I wonder if those guys like John Mayer and there's a few others that we had before they were really famous. If they even remember our names anymore.
No.
Does that leave your brain? You think?
Yeah,
because John Mayer knew who we were. Did our show, called, hey guys, and would ask personal questions. How you guys doing, man? How you been? Do you think he's completely forgot our names at this point?
Yes, I would.
So do I.
I would in a second.
So Love Happens is a bust at the theaters. That's too bad.
Can I tell you something really annoying that happened to me on Friday?
Are you mad?
Yes, but
amazing.
At my manager's company. That fan, Jerry, who got me the Quincy picture signed.
Jerry!
Now, Jerry.
He's a good fan. He's a hardcore dude. He meets everybody. So he got Jack Klugman to sign a picture to Jim C. from Jack Klugman.
How
C.
That rules.
So I think, now Jonathan is OCD. He wouldn't mail this. I get it in the mail, and it comes in a big padded envelope. Signed photo, glass frame, big padded envelope. And I hear a...
Oh, no. Are you shitting me?
I don't want to attack anybody yet, because I don't know if it was his secretary or his secretary's assistant or somebody. This is how they mailed.
Who would fucking put glass frame thing in a padded envelope?
A big padded envelope with a teeny bit of thin bubble wrap around the base of it. Not even around the whole picture. And the rest of the picture was wrapped in a sweatshirt. Which, by the way, was from Furry Vengeance, the movie I did. They sent me a sweatshirt, which got ruined because it was covered in fucking broken glass. So they fucked me out of the picture. The picture I saved, it's got little slices on it.
Oh, shit.
I was and Jonathan was livid. I mean, Jonathan didn't do it.
That sucks.
But I woke him up Saturday morning, actually, and he's like, I'm so fucking mad. Woke his fiance up. He was a hot Johnny. He was fucking...
He was mad because you woke him up?
No.
Oh, he was just
because
mad
of
at
the
the situation?
selfishness and the carelessness of doing that.
Yeah.
That's almost aggressive. No one could be that stupid.
Yeah, how do you put that
An
in?
autographed photo
That's
in a
incompetence.
glass frame by a guy who's going to probably die soon. I mean, he's an old guy, Jack Klugman.
Yeah, you can't say get
A fucking
another
legend.
You're not going to get another Jimsy.
I still have it. I mean, it's
sign.
just a little scratched up. I was so irritated.
You'll be okay with this.
She was like Lucy with the John Wayne footprints.
I want to be. I want to be in on this
Grauman's
reference.
Chinese theater.
What did she
and
do?
Then she kept breaking them and fucking them up, and
I don't remember.
little Ricky was smearing them around, the little shit. And then, he finally made up like 5 of them.
I don't
That's what
remember.
Jimsy's got to do. Quincy's got to do is make up 5 Jimsy ones just in case they get broken.
I Love Lucy. They have a box set for that.
Yes, they do.
All right, I gotta
Big
pick
red
that up.
box. No.
I'm missing the obvious. Jennifer Aniston doesn't suck the dick. That's what everybody's saying, and that's why she can't keep a man. I don't know.
I doubt it, man. She
Well,
looks like she's a dirty
man?
girl.
What's her problem, man?
I bet
Maybe she's too clingy, or maybe she needs too much love. I mean, who knows? Sometimes women they want to hug you too much. They want too much of your love, and I don't know.
There's only one way you find that out, and that's by fucking going out with her.
Yeah,
You go out with her, you figure it out, and go, okay, now I see.
yeah.
Maybe she is. Maybe she's like one of these, my biological clock. Buh.
Break time? Oh. I just saw a sign that said break time. Google bomb, Jennifer Aniston has a smelly pussy.
I don't think
They're
they'd
not gonna allow
go
that.
for that one.
They will never allow that one.
I was up all night and I was cranky this morning, and my girlfriend's sleeping. So I'm going back in between the bathroom and the living room trying to be quiet. And I walked in and she was kind of cranky because the fucking lights were on.
What'd she say? Turn the fucking lights off?
Well, she's like, could you not leave the light on? I'm like, I'm just kind of running back and forth. So I'm in the 2 minutes later, I'm in my fucking living room. And she walks out and goes, what the fuck? You're doing what I just told you not to do.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually said, excuse me?
Oh, no,
I
you
thought
had to
it
say.
was a sketch.
And you were in a bad mood to begin with.
I am
so
not
this didn't help the mood, huh,
in a
Jimmy?
good place. So I walk in, and she starts scolding me. And she goes, I fucking told you to keep the eyes off my face. Like, instead of the light out of my eyes. So I was going to either throw my computer out the window or make fun of her. So I made fun of her because I'm like, I'm sorry, are the eyes on your face? And then she just walked into the bedroom fuming. Because there's no way to recover from I told you to keep the eyes off my face.
Eyes off my face.
So then I had to, because I could feel rage coming up, I had to just annoy her. Because I didn't want to yell. But you know what annoys a girl when they're trying to sleep, besides keeping the lights on that they've asked you to turn off?
Rubbing your penis in their ass crack?
That probably wouldn't have annoyed her
Oh, okay.
as much as the fun snap walk. Women hate.
What is that?
Well,
Okay.
that's when you walk around the entire house like this.
Oh my God!
No, you aren't doing that.
What is wrong with you?
It's this little hoppy walk where he's just snapping his fingers.
And I'm
the
sure
whole-
on wood floors it's just horrendous.
Wow.
It was fucking like, she was so aggravated.
That would be really aggravating.
At the snap walk.
The snap walk.
That's what I had to deal with. before.
Oh, my
I had to,
God.
I had to gingerly snap walk around my apartment just to keep my mood light.
Snap walk.
Are you guys in a fight?
It would have been a lot worse if I had not been snap walking. Snap walking saved a tremendous argument because it kind of
did?
cooled me down a little.
Oh, but it
And then
must have gotten her pissed.
Fuming. She came out yelling at me, but I just told her, look, you're being awful.
Right. All right, we're going to Google bomb.
See, that could be the Jennifer Aniston syndrome right there.
Why?
You know what I mean? Well, you know.
Can I tell people who you're pointing at?
On the outside, it looks very good, and you know, there's something cool there, and you think, all right, a little bit of celebrity, do this, and then once you go out with that person, you realize,
Something's not right
a little
here.
clingy,
Really?
a little clingy, a little. I need to get married and have kids, and you're like, wow, Jesus, come on, hold on,
And
slow
all you
down.
want to do is stick it in her hiney.
Anywhere, you know, is fine. Oh, look how cute.
Hey, can we Google bomb?
How did that ever happen?
But you look like you're in love. Wow. Or that person looks like he's in love.
What? No, I was drunk.
Or hungover.
Yeah, I think I was drunk.
It's the same look. The love look and the hungover look is pretty much the same.
I'd put that hat on eBay.
What's the J stand for?
Jerk.
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 Anthony's a jerk.
Jackass.
Just simple jerk. How about we Google bomb? Thank you, Thomas Overbeck from Dallas. How about them Cowboys, huh? Jennifer Aniston needs vinegar.
Oh.
I don't know if we could Google bomb anymore. I think they're on to us. We had a good run, though. We could try it. Jennifer Aniston needs vinegar. We could try that one today. Let's say hi to Richie in Maryland. Richie.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
You know, me, that Jennifer Aniston is crazy pussy. You can just look at her face, and you can imagine the smile that she has turning into a psychotic rage. I think that she's crazy pussy.
Crazy?
That's just my opinion.
What's wrong with crazy pussy, though?
Dude, I'm married to crazy pussy. My wife actually looks a lot like Jennifer Aniston, and my wife, as much as I love her, she's crazy. She's psycho, like you were saying about clingy. It's much more than that.
Welcome to the fucking club of guys that go out with any girl.
Your wife looks like Jennifer Aniston, but she's not bringing $10 million a picture home now, is she?
I'm not saying that she's Jennifer Aniston. They're fucking right, man. If it was Jennifer, I could deal with a lot of shit.
Right.
To be with Jennifer Aniston. But the point is, I bet you that she's like the fucking jealous type, insecure. You know, especially after getting beat down by fucking Brad Pitt, you know that she's got to be super, super insecure. No matter how hot she is, I guarantee she's fucking insecure psycho.
Right on. All right. She's got crazy pussy, eh?
Great show,
Crazy pussy.
All right. Thank you, Richie. Hey, you guys heard about Wolf Blitzer, right? The guy that does the Situation Room?
Situation Room.
Turns out he's a dummy.
Oh.
Man, when you see like CNN and the Situation Room, you think the host has got to be really informed and knows a lot of shit
about what the situation is.
Well, he went on Celebrity Jeopardy. A lot of people have heard this by now or heard about this. He lost to Andy Richter, 39,002. Ready for this? Minus 4,600 for Wolf Blitzer.
Minus 4,600.
Wolf Blitzer was a bust on Jeopardy.
Wow, what a dunce.
And we got a montage of Wolf Blitzer being a bust on Jeopardy. You want to hear this?
He seems like an absolute dope.
Let's hear.
You're not a fan of the Situation Room, Jimmy?
No, I don't like music beds under fucking news programs. I don't. No.
Are we going to get the questions?
I don't know. Let's do it. I don't know.
Can we stop after the questions? I want to see if we know the answer.
Oh, right.
I definitely do.
Here's the host of the Situation Room.
Alex Trebek. I said it too. Got to ring in. Who is Alex Trebek? Form of a question.
The answer would be Wolf Blitzer.
Oh.
Because he says the host of the Situation Room.
Damn it.
Oh.
Hey, the Morning Mashup's walking back down the hall. What's today's question? Want to ask if they were privy to seeing Oprah? Wait,
Yeah.
Emmys. What do you want to ask them? We got to ask them a question.
Ask him at Oprah. I like that.
No, they probably weren't here for that because they do the
Yeah,
hours
but they
we do.
might have.
Might have hung out.
Open the door.
Kenny?
What do you want to ask them? Something pop culture-y. You can ask them if...
Let's open the door.
Kenny, what is... All right, Jimmy, you ask him a question.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Jimmy?
How are you? Hi.
Hi, Morning Mashup.
Hello.
Hello, Opie and Al.
Hello.
Hey, the Morning Mashup with
Love
all
the
this
Morning
energy and
Mashup.
excitement.
I know.
What are you guys talking about on
right
your
on
show
Monday?
today?
You know what? You just asked me. I'm not sure yet.
Nothing.
I have to go back and look at the schedule. I'm not really sure. It's Monday. You can't ask me such difficult
It's a
questions.
weird Monday,
really.
right? There's not much going on out there in the pop culture world. You watch the Emmys?
I did a little bit of it. I thought Neil Patrick Harris was very cute.
He's gay.
But he just did a good job, and he was sweet on
Gay and
stage.
cute.
Oh, I guess.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What's the question of the day?
I don't know what the question is.
Did you see Oprah when she was here? Did you
Oh,
stick
yeah,
around?
Friday?
No, but I heard that you were not supposed to look at her.
Yeah.
Or,
No,
and you must have. You had to address her as Miss Winfrey.
I actually saw it.
You're kidding, right?
No,
I saw her out on the street when she got in her car, and like the people walking by were trying to get pictures, and she was really nice to them. But there was 3 or 4 people standing out on the sidewalk crying after they saw her. They like saw her and like burst into tears.
Wait,
like you would as if you saw Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, but I'm sure that wasn't Oprah's directive. Make them call me Miss Winfrey. She seems like she's a little more down to earth. How did you hear that you weren't supposed to look at her?
No,
or you had to call her Miss Winfrey.
I talked to the talent department that booked her, and they said there were all these rules. And they said it wasn't just her people. This is her. She's a little
see the
nuts.
Color Purple? Come on. Miss Winfrey, motherfucker.
You got that from the Color Purple?
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe.
But why wouldn't,
Transcending, you know.
everyone works in the same radio company. If she walks in, hi, Oprah. The show's not called Miss Winfrey.
Like we're all
It's called
on
the
equal
Oprah Winfrey
footing.
Show.
We're all on equal footing, are you saying?
Note the craziest part. It's her channel, and it's probably a struggle to get her to fucking appear on her own channel.
Shit.
Imagine if, like, hey, the Virus, the Opie and Anthony channel, but we're not going to be on it.
Well, it is a struggle to get us to show up.
Rich, watch your mouth, please. You're representing the mass show.
Oh, Kenny.
Thank you, Kenny. I was ready to slap him upside his neck.
He's like a shock jock.
Yes, he becomes a little potty mouth in here.
Yes, he does.
So they said that you have to address her as Miss, and this drives me nuts. Like, don't look at her.
Don't look at her, you'll turn to stone.
But the talent department said, don't look at Oprah.
Don't get me in trouble now.
Why? It's fair. If they said that, that's not a secret. If that was direct.
Do you want to look at her? Do you?
I would stare at Oprah. I mean, yeah, why not? I'd make little eyes at her.
Don't have me stand here messing with Oprah, Rich, because I'll give you a beat down right now.
You like the Oprah, Stanley?
Huh?
You like Oprah?
I like you guys.
All right.
Miss Winfrey.
I like Oprah.
Yes.
Stan never makes sense. We got to get back to doing nothing. See you later.
See you guys.
See you guys later. O&A.
Take it easy, morning mashup.
Can you imagine
See you, Kenny.
them having the audacity to tell other adults how to address a radio host? And again, no, look, the biggest celebrity in the country. But can you imagine the audacity to say to other employees? They don't say when Mel comes down to call him Mr. Karmazin. You can go, hello, Mel.
No, you don't look at him and don't.
But you understand what I'm saying? It's like, there's no reason for that.
No, there's no reason. She's known as Oprah. She's known as Oprah.
Everyone knows her as Oprah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's Oprah.
Yeah. That's like having to call Cher Mrs. What?
Miss
What's her last name?
Scheckler.
Almond?
Cher Scheckler.
Cher Scheckler.
She's one of those one-namers.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a last name officially
Not
yet.
at all.
There's only a few of those out there. Madonna, Prince, Cher.
Call her Miss Winfrey. God, that's going to irritate me all. Like, wow.
Miss Winfrey. Oprah, if you're nasty. No?
Wow, there's a weird vibe today, man. I love
That's
it.
just mind-boggling.
I love this weird
First of all,
vibe.
nobody would be disrespectful to Oprah. When she came in, people would go, hi, Oprah. That's what everyone... Her magazine is fucking O Magazine. Her company is Harpo. That's Oprah backwards.
Holy shit.
Is it really?
See what I'm saying? But everything...
I love we got the morning mashup to kind of do a little trashing. Love it.
Call her Miss Winfrey.
I love it. Because it's on everyone's mind how ridiculous things are at times. Just completely ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
I know. I can only imagine what you're reading right now.
Steve from Bayshore always has a great one that can never, ever be read on here, but it always makes me laugh. If guys had disrespected Oprah, they would have been sent to...
That's very funny.
Steve, you're a card.
All right, so back to Wolf Blitzer. And a bunch of people saying, look, Andy Richter's a smart guy. All right.
Sure he is.
But Wolf Blitzer should be a smart guy if he's doing the Situation Room every day.
Exactly, and it's
Mr.
not a
Blitzer.
head-to-head competition of this guy's smarter than me, so I lost. It's kind of a competition against the buzzer and yourself. Do
Right.
you know the answer?
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Here's the host of The Situation Room, journalist Wolf Blitzer.
Journalist.
Name of this pasta, similar to penne, means little mustaches.
Little mustaches.
Oh.
Pasta.
It's not bow tie pastas. Oh. Okay.
I would say ZT.
No.
No. It has to be the little half circles, like.
Yeah.
No?
They're called,
Isn't that a video fucking thing? Isn't that the pasta they're fucking addressing?
they show them the
fucking ziti, motherfucker.
No, they're called Little Mustachios.
Wait a minute. He didn't get ziti as they're showing. Everyone knows
that
that's
it might
ziti.
not be ziti. It might be like penne. It might be fucking
nope.
Rigatoni. It might be no. That's ziti.
What is a bowl? No.
Little mustaches. Doesn't sound so tasty now.
What are Hitler's?
Wolf.
What is fettuccine?
No.
Fettuccine is the worst answer.
Fettuccine is a fucking like a spaghetti type thing.
Right.
Not
Everyone knows that.
Not a macaroni. Oh, macaroni. Shit, that's it. Mustache,
Right.
macaroni being small or Edie or I'm saying macaroni. It's got to be.
It's not
right?
it.
Look,
Nope. Little Mustachios is my answer. I'm sticking with it.
Mustache sounds like macaroni. I say macaroni. I'm going with what is macaroni.
Okay.
Wait, I got to go to Brett in Nevada.
All right.
I like the weird vibe this show has today. Brett.
Yeah.
Hi, Brett.
Hi.
What's up, Brett?
How's it going?
All right.
Yeah, no. What I was saying is how you guys are talking about Oprah and the way that she wants to be addressed as Miss Winfrey and shit. I used to work at the Rose Garden Arena in Oregon, and Prince, he was really crazy about that. You would have to turn your back to him when he was coming walking down the backstage, and you weren't allowed to address him in any manner. You weren't allowed to look at him. Your head had to be down. It was pretty crazy. His own people, we'd have to go get supplies for his room. His own people would have to bring it to him.
That's why I really, most celebrities.
Look, Ant and I looked at the Dalai Lama
pukey.
right in his eyes. If we could do that, then you could look at Oprah and say, hey, Oprah, and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Thank you, Brett.
I know what the answer is, and this is terrible because it was served at Chicago Pizza Pub, where I used to work, and now I know what it is, and it's not macaroni, and it's not ziti.
Is it mustachios?
It sounds like that. It used to serve, it's so good, too. It was served up in this fucking Parmesan and like my mother used to make the mustache pasta, melt in your mouth.
Make you want to wear it home.
She make it al dente. It was al dente means to the tooth, to the tooth. Shut up.
Exactly.
Fucking wop.
Cares about the glory days and that fucking monster that pumps you out of her box.
That's it.
Similar to penny means little mustaches.
Penny?
Doesn't sound so tasty now. Wolf.
What is fettuccine?
No. King David and Jesus both hailed
wait a
from
minute.
this town.
We only have.
Oh, we're
the
only on the
answers.
nose.
That was mustacholi.
I wouldn't know that.
Fucking get
Which
that.
sounds like mustache and little thing.
King David and Jesus were both from this town?
I would say Nazareth.
Well, he was Jesus of Nazareth.
Jerusalem. No, I would say.
It has to be Nazareth.
No, it's not Nazareth. That's where he went to. Because where he was actually from, where King David from, was East Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that.
Elbow pasta. I like elbow pasta, too, Matt G in Jersey. All right.
King David and Jesus both hailed from this town.
Bethlehem.
Wolf.
What is Jerusalem?
No. An accused person in court, along with his counsel. Wolf.
What is a defendant?
No. From a larger work. Wolf.
Annotated?
No. Add one of this 5-letter word that refers to an economic crash and the fear-driven rush to sell. Wolf.
What is a crash?
No. Wolf, things have not worked out as well as you would hope for, I'm sure. Andy's so much faster on that signaling device today. But it's long been our policy on Celebrity Jeopardy that all contestants get to play in the final round. And so even though you're at minus 4,600 now, we're going to wipe that out. I'm going to give you an even $1,000 so you get to play in Final Jeopardy as well.
Oh, Charity.
You fucking stink, Wolf.
Wow, did he
fucking
that
blow.
up?
Thanks for nothing.
Fuck that up.
What an asshole.
No. I like hearing Alex going, no.
No.
Nope.
Nope. No.
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 Incorrect.
No.
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 Moron.
He got his balls kicked in. A fucking TV talk show guy. All he does is read the news.
That's it. He just reads.
Then again, not that Jesus and David come up much.
He's just a reader. In the end, they're all just readers.
That's what Jeopardy's all about, is knowing shit that, most people don't know.
Not really. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
If I can answer some of the questions, then.
Jeopardy's harder than any other question-based game show.
No, it's not. Cash Cab is harder. Cash Cab is fucking hard, dude. I watched that thing at one question.
Cash Cab is the easiest fucking
Cash
game
Cab is pretty easy, Jimmy.
Bullshit.
Ever.
I think Jeopardy's way harder than.
Yeah, you guys can both jump in a lake.
Fucking Snoop's here. Holy shit.
Oh, damn, yo. That's not Snoop.
Oh.
Who's this tall drink of water?
Don't look too closely.
Kenny.
You'll be in human
It's
resources
Kenny,
by
yeah.
10 o'clock.
Yeah, look.
What does she do here?
Who's this?
What do you do here? What do you do?
What is that?
She's all mad now.
I'm just looking at her. Oh, we're in trouble.
What she does.
We're in trouble.
Obama reportedly.
What does CNN stand for? It'll throw out some fucking racial epithets and sexual.
And you're the political guy.
Oh, yes.
Why is Obama telling Governor Patterson to stay out of the race, the 2010 race?
Yes, for governor.
For the governor of New York.
And Patterson's saying, go fuck yourself. He goes, I said I'm running, and I'm running for fucking governor. He wants a full term as governor. He took over because he was lieutenant governor. He took over for Elliot Spitzer, who tripped over his own dick and got thrown out of office. But Obama and the rest of the Dems really don't want him running because his approval rating is in the shithole.
Why is it in the shithole?
Because he's done a shitty job of being governor of New York. He's done a shithole job. And
was Elliot Spitzer doing a good job for New York?
He wasn't even in long enough to figure it out.
Yeah. Has Governor Patterson been in longer than Elliot Spitzer?
Yeah.
At this point?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Huh. Okay.
And they're worried now that a Republican contender is going to be able to win easily. And the rumor has it that Republican contender, Rudy Giuliani, who, by the way, I think would really clean up in in New York. Thanks for the zoomed-in picture of Patterson, you googly-eyed motherfucker. Holy shit. Look over here, Gov.
You just think Blazing Saddles every time, right?
I know.
Right?
Yeah,
with that ball. What is that thing called? The ball and the paddle with the fucking string attached?
Pass these out to the guys in lieu of pay and other things. Yeah, so they're saying if Rudy Giuliani runs, Patterson doesn't have a chance, and they'll lose New York to the Republicans as far as the governor goes. So they want to get him out and run a Democrat that could possibly win.
And who's the Democrat?
I don't know. I don't know if they've even come up with a name yet.
It says a poll last week showed that 70% of New Yorkers, including 65% of
Maybe that Cuomo Jr. guy, that Andrew Cuomo? Yeah. That's what I was going to say even before Daniel typed it very quickly.
A poll last week showed that 70% of New Yorkers, including 65% of his fellow Democrats, don't want Patterson to run for election.
No, they don't want him.
Because he stinks.
Yeah.
He stinks.
Well, we don't know why he stinks. What has he done?
What has he done
wrong?
Another tax the shit out of everybody. He couldn't even control his underlings as far as the rest of the political machine goes in New York. They were rebelling against him. If you remember, a few Democrats actually defected over to the Republican side just to fuck him over. There's no unity behind him. He's just not liked. He's not a liked governor. And he can't really work with people, and to be an effective governor, you got to be able to work with at least the people in your own state. Never mind fucking going to Washington and trying to get resources for the state. The guy isn't really liked.
How does he even get to Washington?
I know.
I want fucking Giuliani to be the governor so bad,
dude. To have a good governor like Rudy Giuliani in there, nice Republican. To fucking look over this democratic fucking state we're in.
I want that dumb Bloomberg out, too.
Well, he's not going to be out. That's for sure.
I don't know if he's going to win another election.
He's winning. He's abso-fucking-lutely winning.
He's done a great job in New York City.
He's got too much money to lose.
Mm-hmm.
He's got more money than God.
He really does. He's got a lot of fucking money. He can be on TV all the time, and that's what does it. And then if we're talking about politics anyway, I got to throw in stupid fucking Carolyn McCarthy. Carolyn McCarthy is, she's some kind of rep in fucking out on Long Island.
Well, she lost her husband, and then she became
No, she didn't lost him, lose him. She knows where he is. Dead. The guy fucking got shot
on the Long Island Railroad.
Long Island Railroad by a savage by the name of Colin Ferguson. Shot her husband and her son. I believe her son lived, but was very injured, and the husband died. And then she went on this tear to become a politician out of nowhere. She was a housewife, and her huge stand was complete anti-gun. That was her platform. She knew nothing else about anything to do with politics, but she got a sympathy vote because her husband was killed and her son was shot by this animal on the Long Island Railroad, the Long Island Railroad gunman. And she won. She won. And she's been in there for a while now. I don't know what else she does, to tell you the truth, but I know what her gun stance is, and it's not good for legal gun owners. Now, they have this bill. That's a hello bill that's up for vote. Whether people should be able to carry their legal, licensed firearms on Amtrak trains. Now, if you're taking Amtrak and you're going from point A to point B, and they both allow your point A and your point B allow you to have a gun, you should be able to travel. They do that. You could actually check your pistol in your checked luggage on an airplane, as long as you
all right,
you have it.
Yeah, most people know that. So with the Amtrak thing, do you check your gun, or you're sitting in your seat with your gun?
That's debatable. I believe it's checked.
Checked? So what's the big deal?
Exactly.
I mean,
what is the big deal? The thing is,
being a guy that does Amtrak every once in a while, I mean, just because I don't have a gun, that makes me a little nervous having a guy in your car with a gun on him. I mean, you know, that's just human nature. But for me, it makes me nervous. But if they're saying you could check the gun, who gives a shit?
But the thing is, they don't really have checked luggage a lot of times on Amtrak. It's your carry-on.
Right.
So it would be in your carry-on. You would have to declare it. Now that you have to tell them that you do indeed have a firearm, and they will check to make sure that you're licensed and everything like that. If you want to take a gun in your checked bag on a plane, you have to get there hours before. Hours. Sit there with the transit authority and go over the legality, where you're going, if they allow your license is allowed in that state. I mean, it's a big fucking
That's
to-do.
really stupid, by the way.
Yeah.
Because if you're just checking the gun, then who cares?
Then who cares?
Then the airline is in control of your weapon.
Yeah, that's
so why do you have to get there hours and hours ahead of time?
Well, this is part of, the whole gun
jump through
control
hoops.
thing. Yeah.
Although maybe because somebody who works in baggage could work it out where they get that gun, I mean, without the security precaution, where they get that gun to a food preparer who has access to the aircraft or to a passenger, and then the gun is now in play.
It does have to be kept in a locked box in your suitcase, separate from the ammunition.
Don't they? I saw they say it in the cockpit sometimes too, don't they?
What?
The guns, and the captain has to say it's okay or else it can't travel.
Well, yeah, that's probably another thing. I would be sure, but no, they keep it in the checked luggage, ammo separate. But I mean, there hasn't been a case where people have taken over a plane with a gun that was in checked baggage.
So what's the problem with this bill with Carolyn McCarthy?
Well, she thinks it's insane. She goes, it would only open up the opportunity for more crazy people to be armed on a train. It's like, wait a minute. What are you even talking about? They're the legal gun owners. Illegal gun owners will take a gun on a train. They don't care about the law. You think Colin Ferguson fucking cared about the law when he shot your husband and son? And then maybe if somebody actually had a legal gun on that car, they could have shot Colin Ferguson before he got to your family. Because he just went along the seats shooting people. So instead, legislate again against legal gun owners, because it's worked so well as far as gun violence and crime goes. It's infuriating to me. I hate Caroline McCarthy. Yeah, vote her out, please. Off. Second Amendment. It's being trotted upon. I say, like Archie Bunker. You hand out the heaters before you all get on a plane or the train.
We got that clip.
And then
Going into
you
break,
give it,
possibly?
Then you give it back at the end, because who's going to be crazy enough to pull out a rod when they know everyone's packing heat? It was a great editorial he had.
And he was a hardcore liberal. That's what's,
I know.
How the fuck did he do that every day?
He played it off great.
In the real world, he was a hardcore liberal, but played the complete opposite on TV. And people, they don't know any better. They think that's really what he thinks.
Hard pressed to find a show for the first few seasons as funny as All in the Family was, especially for the time back then. Then they got just maudlin and stupid.
Dude, I like the ones with Samantha the best.
Archie Bunker's place. After it wasn't even called All in the Family anymore, it was just Archie at the bar, and it would always end with some kind of tragedy where Archie's crying or some shit. Shut up. Good. Edith's dead.
Is that where Stretch climbed up on the bar and fucked his face?
Yes.
Right by the fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Stretch and say, "Stop crying."
I'll challenge that statement, Anthony.
Yeah.
A little show called Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy.
Hysterical from beginning to end.
Yuck.
Hope raises a good point, though.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
Came in the big egg.
I enjoyed Mork from Ork when he was on Happy Days, because the challenges between him and Fonzie, where he froze Fonzie.
And
but then
Fonzie couldn't do the thumb thing.
No,
At
Fonzie,
first he couldn't do it, though.
Right, but he used the power of the A thumb.
The power of the Fonz.
To get himself out of being alien frozen by Mork. Fantastic moment.
When he
still gives me chills to this day.
When he got
seriously.
when he got over Mork's power,
Yeah.
did he actually fight Mork though?
Why would he fight? He never fought anybody.
Of course not.
Fonzie was a faggot.
My girlfriend had never knew what jumping the shark was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I told her it's a very common expression, and I showed her the scene.
No, you didn't.
I did the jumping the shark scene.
Did she just want to fucking fall into the fetal position and cry?
She was just staring at it, and she goes, "Why is there so much buildup? Like, no one thinks he's going to get eaten by a shark."
And no one cared.
And she was right. There's no tension around this.
No one cared. He was wearing his leather jacket.
We were looking at the extras acting, like how awful the extras are. Like their reaction shots are just fucking terrible.
And didn't they do the slow motion thing when he finally
Yeah,
went
but his
over
legs
the
were
top?
open. It was so fucking
is he
horrid.
going to make it? Is he going to make it?
There was a cliffhanger too,
Dude,
if you remember.
It's the worst
We had to
music.
wait a week to find out what happened to the
There it
Fonz.
is.
Listen to the music they play. The music's horrendous.
Where's the shark?
It's in a shark pen.
And why does he have to wear a leather jacket? And why am I driving the boat?
Jaws music.
Yeah, they're trying to tap into the Jaws thing, because I think it was around that time, wasn't it?
Fonzie's holding out with one hand.
See, they went da-da-da-da.
How terrible is this music?
He's a horrendous
He
skier.
has black socks.
He doesn't even know how to ski.
I'm heading for the ramp. Are you sure you want to do it?
How could Fonzie hear that?
He's giving him a thumbs up.
Everything's a thumbs up.
Listen to the music.
And look at the extras. Oh, this is so douchey. I hate this.
Fonzie's, look at the extras. Oh, they're smiling.
And there's the shark.
No, a shark.
Shark Pots? Yeah. How could you accept the challenge? It wasn't me, it was you. I know.
Ralph.
I did like Ralph.
Oh, it's so funny.
Here we
Here it
go.
goes. Oh, my God. Look at this buildup.
The Cunninghams.
Come on, Fonzie, you can do it.
Richie's awful striped shirt. Why is Richie driving the boat?
Yeah,
To make the jump.
finally. You know that would just scare the shit out of a shark, and he would freak out.
Of course.
If you fell into the shark pen with skis,
And
he would
here he
be
goes.
thinking of eating you.
Getting ready
Oh
to
my
jump.
God!
Here he goes. Watch his skis open. It's so stupid.
Oh,
He's
Fonzie.
jumping.
Clumsy.
Did he make it?
I hope not.
Come on, Fonzie, make it!
Of course he made
He
it.
just made it.
Oh, everyone's cheering. Yay! Richie
Thumbs up.
thumbs gives him the okay sign. The music's right back to where it was when it was tense. Fucking awful.
This
Look at the extras all running.
incredibly bad. They couldn't have picked a better.
Did we ask
turn.
Ron Howard about this one?
No, we
When he
should
was
have.
in? We should have. Next
Fonzie
time.
skis in. Jump hey, in his leather jacket.
I guess he knew how to ski a little bit, huh?
Of course,
There's
they
a bunch
had
of
to
those
work it
shots
out.
for him.
How did they okay this script? How did Fonzie just not say, no, I'm not doing that? Or Henry?
That
It's
is
horrendous.
so fucking bad.
It's awful.
It is so hard to sit there and watch that.
I hope whoever fucking scored that and put the music together, as soon as they were done, walked out of the studio and was killed by a drunk driver who plowed onto the studio lot, fucking pinned him against the wall at the end of Vice Squad. You ever see Vice Squad?
Oh, yeah.
It's pinned up against the wall.
Great one.
Fucking Wings Hauser.
Wings Hauser.
That was such a quotable movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blink your eyes, motherfucker, and you die in the dark. It was a great line. Love to say that to someone.
Why don't we take a break?
All right.
Yeah.
And continue with
I'm
more
hungry.
shit.
I got a tinkle. So do I. have to make a wee-wee. All right. Then let's take a break.
Yeah, I should have got a laugh for that line.
What line?
I said, and why am I driving the boat? Fucking, he looks just like me. It's creepy. I look at Ron Howard, young Ron Howard. I'm like, what the fuck? That's me.
Hey.
It's creepy.
Give him the okay sign. Like you made it.
Thank God I don't look like Ron Howard now.
Wow.
I got a few hairs falling out, but nothing like that. My God. How does he go through life looking like that?
Yeah, he went from like full head of hair to horseshoe
shit.
bald.
He wears hats.
Like no time though.
He wears a hat really good, though. You got.
He's one of the fucking most powerful guys in Hollywood. He
love
wore
him.
a fucking bedpan on his head and people would respect him.
Like, I see a little problem there. There's a problem starting even during Happy Days.
Early on, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's some...
Meathead had one of the worst ones, too. He had a comb over that went in 18 different fucking directions.
But the difference is he was supposed to be bald. He looks...
Was he?
He looks all right bald. There are guys that look all right bald, and then there are the ones that look horrendous. And Ron Howard is, unfortunately, a guy that wasn't supposed to be bald.
Jason Alexander looks fine bald.
He looks fine bald.
Because you only know him bald. You ever see him on roles where they put the fake hair on him? He's like, oh, okay.
Bruce Willis looks fine bald.
Bruce Willis looks fine, too. But
as long as you
when
get good wigs like they use on Lost.
Yes.
They have bad wigs on Lost?
Fucking, it's almost like it's an SNL sketch about Lost. The wigs are so bad.
Maybe Rob Reiner comb over. Put Rob Reiner comb over in there, and we'll see.
He was like
Stivic.
He was bringing hair from the back, right? Early on?
Yeah, from the back and
then
the
go with a
sides.
swoop.
He was borrowing hair from Edith.
I'm just showing other people's comb overs. Omers. I cannot. Comb over. I can't even talk today. Yeah, he was bringing from the back, the side.
Yeah.
And it looked like he had a full head of hair.
I hated him on that show.
Did you?
Oh, he was terrible.
I hated
and what a horrible actor.
Come
on, Arch.
He was a really bad actor,
Shut
Jimmy.
up. There it is.
He was in one of the greatest shows.
There,
and
look at that.
I didn't like him on that show.
Okay.
I
this
loved
is
him.
a perfect example of his comb over. Look at where it's coming from.
From the back, and then he
The
swoops it to the
back,
side.
He brushes it from the back all the way up front, and then swoops it to the side in the front.
Giving it kind of a Hitler look to it.
Because right there, he's fucking bald.
He played
in
a
the
great
middle.
liberal, though, like a great frustrated guy. I thought he was really
Horrible
good.
liberal.
I don't like his acting. I'm with Ann on that.
Okay.
What a great show.
He
though.
was so irritating. You actually rooted for Archie to crush him.
Do I have fucking... I got All in the Family at home? I got All in the Family at home.
Do you?
Yeah, I got to watch some more of those.
Only the early ones, though. Boy, you get past a few years, they just get stupid. They ran out of ideas. They got a little... I think Archie became too much of a popular character to be as abrasive racially as he was in the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
And they started being like, you got to calm it down, maybe.
What was the season for...
Season
All in the
1,
Family?
2 were great.
No, what was the one that won all the awards that they just... whatever.
They won a bunch of Emmys, I'm sure.
Look at me trying to contribute.
And then Edith turned into a cartoon character. She actually had a normal kind of... She kind of had a normal voice.
Like the answer would be so important to everybody out there. Ugh.
I was wondering.
Oh, Edith Bunker raped. She had a normal voice in the first few seasons. And then it turned into that high-pitched fucking retard voice. She wasn't as retarded. She was just kind of a housewife kind of a thing. Not smart, but not a retard.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Would you fuck that?
Ugh.
Would you fuck
Never.
that, Jimmy? No.
Never.
Why was Archie fucking that?
He wasn't. He was always taking big shits.
Yeah. Toilet bowl flush made people laugh.
How great
It
was that?
timed perfectly.
Yeah.
Where's Archie?
Taking a shit.
Oh, my God. All right. I wasn't going to go down this road today, but what the fuck?
The old dirt road.
I remember this, and I hope you remember this one.
Yes.
I loved this show growing up. Richard in Pensacola, Florida. Richard?
Hey. What's up, boys?
Hey.
Yeah, I was a huge $6 million Man fan. When they were getting him, when it first started out, he was doing all this Secret Service kind of, doing all this government work.
Yeah, that was like how the show started. You're right. They made him into the $6 million man, and then he was sent out on missions like to overthrow governments and spy on people and do shit that like they wanted him to do as the $6 million man. You're right.
And then as the series started winding down, what happened next? He's fighting Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Remember that?
They had him fighting Bigfoot.
He caught Bigfoot, I think.
They had him fighting Bigfoot.
Yes.
Oh, you can go on YouTube and watch it. I watched it the other day on YouTube and just sat there and I couldn't even laugh.
How awful is the Sasquatch?
Does it look real?
Oh, it's gotta look horrible.
No, he didn't look real.
Oh, it's gotta look terrible.
Daniel, can we look at the Bigfoot?
$6 million man Bigfoot
episode.
Oh, that would be great.
It shows him tracking it through the Northwest, and then, he of all people finds Bigfoot.
Why would he make the noise when he...
Oh, my God. Look at Bigfoot. Oh, Jesus.
Why is he posing with a picture of Bigfoot?
He looks stupid, Bigfoot.
What the fuck?
I want to see them fight. Is he on YouTube?
Yeah, we'll find it after
I want to
the
watch
break.
the motherfucking Sasquatch.
Boys, I'm punching out.
Thank you, sir.
Fonzie jumps the shark.
Oof, he certainly did.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
That's something. Fuck.
$6 million man Bigfoot.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of $6 million man, did you guys watch 60 Minutes last night after football? Did you see the grape thing?
Crappyfilms.com.
They're calling it crappyfilms.com?
It's on crappyfilms.com.
60 Minutes, speaking of the $6 million man, they have like, they call him the greatest inventor in the world or in America, whatever. This guy came up with a prosthetic arm, and the guy that was trying it out plucks a grape from a group of grapes, and the reporter goes, no. He was just like, his reaction was awesome.
Just wearing a glove, maybe, that looked like a fake arm.
It's probably a magnetic grape. He had a little magnet in it.
It hits his fingers from 3 inches away.
It's like great.
You got to see this. Dan, if it's on YouTube, that'd be great. But the guy actually, with a fake arm, with these fingers, is able to grab a grape. I don't know how
Amazing
the fuck
technology.
they figured that out.
We find that's the only thing he could grab. Like, he can't drive. He can't hold anything else.
Grapes.
He can only eat grapes.
He shits like crazy.
Yeah. He just eats
Salad
grapes.
shooter out his ass. Oh, my God. Look at that. He's fighting. He's kicking Bigfoot's ass with that fucking bionic arm. And it's all in bad 70s slow motion.
Wow, this is going to be a fight to the death.
And the Bigfoot just kicks him off. It's so
And he makes a
bad.
missile sound when he flies.
They're saying Bigfoot was a robot in this.
Who's watching him?
In this show.
Bigfoot was what?
A robot.
Oh, really? No, I don't think he was.
Hey, this isn't bad TV for the time. Well, the sound
Awful
effects
TV
are
for any
horrendous.
time.
Why is it
The sound effects are horrendous.
I actually don't mind the Bigfoot's outfit. He looks kind of evil.
It looks pretty mean, yeah.
This is not like fucking Harry and now they're rolling around getting to know each other. That's my favorite part.
Yes.
Two of them are just rolling.
He's rolling me around.
I wonder who was in the suit.
This is not as bad as I
They
was
had to get a
hoping.
really tall actor to play Bigfoot. I wonder who's in the suit.
I wonder if it's a famous guy. Check IMDb.
I'm going to go with Star Wars guy.
No.
Why not? It's about the same time, right? Uh-oh, Bigfoot has a tree, and he's running after him. I think he could outrun Bigfoot if he's carrying a big tree.
What's going to happen? I didn't see
Why would he stand there and let Bigfoot hit him with a tree?
He doesn't
All
even
he had to do
duck.
is back up.
He doesn't even duck, this fucking asshole. He just takes
What
the
the
tree.
fuck?
Dummy.
Tony is right on.
All right, we're watching TV now.
So it would seem.
In development, a $6 million man movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, who's going to play Steve Austin?
Probably a black guy.
Seriously?
It's the trend.
$6 million motherfucker.
What other movie are they redoing? It's Karate Kid.
Andre the Giant was really in the suit?
It looks
No.
Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
That's what Travis says? I don't believe Travis.
He's actually
what
right.
the internet says.
Oh, it does it?
Hey, that's pretty cool. Andre the Giant. Yeah, see, he just teared his robot arm off.
Oh, shit.
So Bigfoot was
so
a
he
robot
was a
the whole
robot?
time.
He's
yeah.
bionic, too.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't understand. I was wondering why he couldn't just kick his ass. And he goes, give me that back. And he took the arm and he runs off. Government conspiracy. That's what it is. Thermite paint.
The good old thermite paint. Let's go to Jeff in Cleveland. Jeff.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome aboard,
Hey,
Jeff.
Yeah, when we went back to All in the Family, with all this talk of Lady Gaga and that hermaphrodite track star, Archie had a real unique description of hermaphrodites, and he called them morphodites. And Meathead said to him, "What the hell is a morphodite?" And Archie goes, "Hey, it's them. They're too much of both and not enough of neither."
What a great line. I got to watch All in the Family this week.
Not enough.
Not enough either.
Very good. Can we find the video from last night, the 60 Minutes? Take the Wig goes, yeah, that fucking arm was really creepy. Really fucking creepy. Because they got the leg thing figured out. You see more and more guys walking around with the fake leg.
Spatula foot?
Not
Or a
even.
regular
No,
leg?
the spatula foot is for if you
For
want
sports.
For sports.
You
But
need spatula
The
foot.
regular fake leg with the sneaker on it, where it bends like it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're walking to a point you can't even tell.
It is amazing.
The only reason you can tell is because they're wearing shorts. And you're like, oh,
look at
okay.
that thing, though.
Huh?
Is that it?
I just want to see the part where he grabs the grate.
Especially when two team.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Who's the doctor?
It's worth checking out for yourself on YouTube because
But mad scientist.
they've been trying to figure out this arm thing forever, and this guy seems to have figured it out. I don't know how it works.
25 circuit boards and 10 motors, but it would be no good at all unless the patients were willing to accept it.
We went and started talking to the real patients and potential users.
When you accept it,
I
wouldn't want it.
Like Walter Reed. And immediately we were shocked to learn even just the hollow plastic shell that they wear when they're out and about sweats and it hurts and it irritates.
Ew.
And we came back and realized that if we build the world's best 9-pound arm, but nobody will wear it because 24 hours a day or 12 hours a day of wearing a 9-pound arm is going to be irritating and frustrating. We said, we've got a way bigger problem here.
So Kamen's team created a new way to connect the DECA arm to the body using tiny balloons.
And you'll notice now if I hit this button,
you figure
these
this
things
out?
are inflating. And that's a nice, gentle pressure there. But if that's displaced all over your whole shoulder, that's an enormous amount of structure.
So now the arm is gripping
Now
tight
it's
on the
gripping
shoulders
tight.
so you can lift something heavy.
And as soon as he's not gripping tight and heavy, one or the other might just deflate.
Ready to put it on? Okay. Kamen asked Fred Downs, the VA official in charge of prosthetics,
right, you
to
got a
take
guy,
off the hook he'd
his
been
arm-
wearing for 40 years and give the
His
new
arm is
arm
gone
a try.
above the
moving
elbow.
this around to see how stable my stump
Right
is
around
inside
half the
here.
bicep.
The arm is controlled by flexing the shoulder and pressing buttons built into his shoes, almost as if he's typing with his toes.
Ball of the foot, outside of the foot.
Oh, that's
and
how
then
they figure
toes.
that out.
Well, what if he's walking?
You're
He's like
skeptical.
jerking off.
His arms are all over the place. Why is he waving at everyone? No, he's not. He's walking.
Punching
Inventions
people.
come along in my years of being in charge of prosthetics.
I just want to see the great thing because that's ridiculous.
Some great stuff, but in the long run, it doesn't really work because your body only has so much tolerance for gadgetry.
After practicing for 10 hours, Downs showed us what he could do.
Now I
Just picking
use
up
my toes to grasp this.
That's good
soda.
sugar.
He just picked up a soda and he could drink it.
Feeling is hard to describe.
That seems
For the
like
first time in 40 years, my left hand did this.
Squeezed.
I almost choke up saying it now. It was just, it was such a.
Well, you don't
amazing
need a
feeling.
hook. It's
I was
fucking
23 years old
2009,
the
you
last time I
dummy.
did that. It felt so good to move my arm again, to do things with it. Not as fast, not as this, but it worked.
You just said move my arm again. Did it feel like your arm?
It did. It did. It felt like my arm.
Then
It
they
was
took
me.
it away and gave him his hook
Sure, can
back.
you take this one with
Right.
me?
There you
Arm?
go.
I'm ready for this arm.
If
You're not gonna be
Downs is
fingering
eager
anyone
to have
anytime
the Decca
soon.
arm,
You're back to the hook.
imagine what it would mean to Chuck Hildreth, who lost both arms at the age of 18 in an electrical accident.
Wow, electrical accident.
He's been volunteering at Decca for
Absolutely
nearly
no
2
arms,
years.
and he just opened
Now,
up a
it
door.
seems to me
Fucking
that
arms.
one of the issues here would be
Cut right to the
that
shoulder.
you don't have any feeling in this hand. So the question becomes, I mean, how do you pick up an egg? How do you pick up something that you might crush? How do you know? I have a vibrator sensor here that tells me how tightly I'm grabbing things. The more intense the grasp, the more intense the vibration is.
You know, you've set me up here with a plate of grapes, and this I've got to see.
I
Okay?
just crushed them angrily.
How do you pick up a grape? without-
Watch this. Guy has no arm, cut to the shoulder, fake arm. He's got fingers. He's going for one grape without crushing it.
No way.
No.
Consider
That's the reporter.
Chuck hasn't eaten like this in nearly 30 years.
He keeps missing his mouth, though. He misses his
Many
mouth
of
the
the
first time.
innovations in
Well, he's
robotics
gotta
that
figure
make
it out a
this
little more.
possible are already at work in artificial.
That's great, though.
There you go.
People who lose their limbs, that's great to...
Dude, that guy just
sucks.
picked up a grape with a fake
robot.
arm.
I know.
But you know what? It'll probably take, another 10 years where we could actually use
Yeah, some
stuff.
insurances won't cover it. This shitty country.
It's ready to go right now, obviously. If a guy could pick up a grape, give these guys, like, their arms back.
Give him his metal arms.
As much as
Right.
I am happy for him, it would have been better television if the armor just went haywire and clumsily knocked the grapes all over the floor.
And he's just like, wait a minute, I got it.
Yeah, then he choked himself accidentally with the fucking devil arm.
Grabs the producer's tit. She's off camera.
Yeah.
This thing has a mind of its own. I don't know what it's going to do. People are running out of the building in fear.
His arm is chasing him. He's fucking not even attached to it anymore. It's the evil hand, like that Michael Caine movie. Like it lurks in the toilet and then just pokes its fingers up people's heinies. It's like a game of gotcha he plays.
That's pretty cool, though, huh?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
That came out of nowhere last night as I was watching football. I'm like, wow, I got to watch this after the game.
Now it's stored at Cyberdyne.
No shit.
It's easier to lose a leg than an arm, right? Like, your leg
way
is much easier.
Fucking way easier, dude.
Would you rather lose a leg or both ears and a head?
I get it in both ears and head.
Losing an arm.
If you lose your head, you just lose the ears by proxy.
Would you rather lose a toe or both arms?
Big toe?
No, middle one.
Middle one?
So your feet would always look like they're doing a Spock impression. They humiliate you on the beach.
Live long and prosper, everybody. Oh, sick. Works in the Terminator.
Sure. It's the same fucking thing, basically.
Yeah.
They just made it look cooler for the movies.
The arm has become aware.
Aware.
Yeah.
I could do that too. Aware.
Yeah.
Should we take a break, guys?
Please.
Couple sues Walmart over kids' bath time photos. That could be a bad one.
It was a misconception.
Man proposes to woman right before head-on crash. Is this audio? Oh, that would be huge. All right, we got some audio to play. And what's up with the Mayweather audio?
I don't know.
He beat Marquez, and then in the post-fight interview, I don't know.
Let's just listen to it. I don't know.
All right, we'll find out after the break. Opie and Anthony. Saw Jim Norton in the hallway. And
I see him right here.
And he was cranking up some Simple Man by Leonard Skinner.
The live version.
The live version?
Yeah.
Studio version's good too, though.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I just have the live version.
You love that song, huh?
Yeah. It's great. I can watch this. I'm so hungry.
Do we have that on karaoke, Danny? The Simple Man?
Why, you know how to sing it?
Yeah.
Can you get Simple Ton in case E-Rock comes over? Sorry.
See, that was a little lead-in to the weekend, which did include
some karaoke.
The karaoke system is in.
Nice.
It is in the house down in the bar area by the stage because the big wedding is this weekend. Big wedding between Dawn and Patrick. Yeah, I hear you can't. Can't make that one, can you? I know. I told him.
I'll send a gift though.
Yeah.
What'd you write?
You know,
That's it?
a gift.
Oh shit!
You know,
When's your
wedding gift.
anniversary? When is that? It's coming up, right? And my watch stopped.
I think I'm 10 months in already.
10 months.
10 months today or tomorrow.
10 months in.
Wait,
That's what?
is that what I think it is? What you're saying?
Yeah, I haven't gotten the gift yet.
First wedding?
Yeah.
Jimmy was very generous too.
Was he?
Yes.
Very.
Orally? he tends to be.
Signed photo of myself.
Yeah?
God.
Proudly
That is good.
displayed right next to the shitter.
A nice gaudy gold frame.
Yeah.
Flowers on it.
Anyway, karaoke wedding. What's up?
Oh, yeah. The big wedding's coming up, so the karaoke's in. Although we're going to have a bunch of people from a lot of bands there, too, because they're going to be attending the wedding. So the band equipment's coming outside, too. So we're going to really annoy the neighbors. Yeah. They think, like, summer's over, no more parties.
You think they're in their houses going, thank God?
It's last big fiesta of the year.
Do you warn your neighbors at least? Are you that guy?
No, I know.
I love that gag, and a lot of us do it where you're having a party and knock on the neighbor's door, go, hey, having a party, would love to have you. That means please don't call the police.
Yeah.
I invited you.
Yeah,
you,
I know.
You don't want these neighbors at your house, but you figure that's a way around the whole police call thing.
I know the chief of police. I play cards with him.
J.D. Sheldon.
The law's on my side. Shut the fuck up. But, yeah, so we got the karaoke thing. And now the thing is, there's one thing, it's having a karaoke machine. The other thing is having things to play on the karaoke machine. And I noticed something, karaoke discs, very expensive for a big box set that maybe 3 songs anyone would give a shit about.
And the rest of them are shit songs?
Garbage.
For real?
Happy Birthday. Fucking, some crappy,
What are the big 3, what are the big songs for karaoke?
any kind of classic rock is huge. Country's pretty big, and R&B is good. But and then your standards, like any one-hit wonder is huge. One-hit wonders, huge.
What are do we have a list of the top karaoke songs of all time?
Wow, I wonder. Ooh. Top karaoke songs. It's a category. 50 best karaoke songs of all time.
Let's do the top 10.
Let's do all 50. Let's add some of our own.
All right.
So
anyway, you bought the box set?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Dan, in his infinite wisdom, figured out a way to get them off of a computer and burn them.
Oh, nice. But do you still get the words?
Right to hard drive. The words, everything. See, I got a big screen that I got put up on the other side of the room.
Right.
No wires. It's mounted right on the wall, and then we got the system up on the stage. But the worst part was now, you kind of got to test it out. You got to give it a test run. And there weren't any parties going on at the old compound this weekend. So the gayness that was me and Danny drinking beer and just singing karaoke songs
to each other?
To each other. It was so gay. We even acknowledged how gay it was. Danny at one point just went, this is pretty gay.
What was the worst song that was sung to each other?
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
Was it some dumb love song?
Well, we didn't sing to each other.
No, I know, but
like he would sing, and I would kind of just be at the bar. TV was on also, so.
And I made a point to not look in the direction because a lot of times I was just kind of turned away, looking completely in the opposite direction.
And I wouldn't look at him from where I was sitting, and vice versa. When I was singing, I wouldn't look over at Danny. I was just concentrated on the screen, and Danny, of course, was doing something else completely different, not paying attention. But you got to, shake down the system, adjust all the levels and everything like that.
All set for the big party.
Yeah, but I kind of wish there were other people there, namely females. Would have been nice, but it was just me and Danny warbling tunes to each other.
That's really funny.
In the basement.
That's really funny.
How fucking creepy was that?
Well, everything works, right?
Everything worked.
There you go.
I waited till you were gone before I did Billy Joel's Honesty.
This is the.
Well, I didn't wait to sing REM's "The One I Love."
Yes, that's true. I was privy to hear him sing REM's "This One Goes Out to the One I Love"
While you're at the bar drinking Guinness.
I was like, yeah, let me down the Guinness and put the game on.
Oh,
He sang it to the bar.
Shit.
A couple surprises on this list. So you got the top karaoke songs of all time.
Yep.
You go with number 10. Roxanne.
Yeah, looking at the Police. Roxanne. It's a big one. Number 9, you see a lot of times. You don't see it done very well. But a lot of people do it. It's one of the famous duets. Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf. Because now you need 2 people that could kind of sing. You need a guy with a lot of range. You need a chick that could sing. It's very difficult.
Please tell me you've seen the Meatloaf documentary on MSG. They show it every other fucking day.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Where he went back on tour, and he still has the young, hot, tight thing.
Oh, right.
And he looks just like a creep now because, time has taken hold. Mm-hmm. And even though he's a lot older, but he's still casting the young thing as a young, hot thing.
I'm going to say anything about this story?
Huh?
Glass house, my friend.
But then there was all sorts of controversy because the press got a hold of it. They saw the show, and they're like, he looks like a creep.
Yeah, he really does.
So then he went with...
I only sing to Danny.
Then he had to get a wig. He decided, I'm going to get a wig and try to look like my old self.
The Meatloaf wig?
Yeah.
Because he had the long hair thing going.
So then that's what they decided. We'll make fun of this a little bit, and I'll get the old wig so I kind of look a little younger. It's worth a peek. And Meatloaf he's a strange fucking dude, man. He's sick all the time.
Really?
Complains about being sick all the time.
He's irritating, basically.
Yeah.
He's irritating.
Yeah.
And you can't fucking comment, Anthony, because people in glass houses cannot throw rattles. People in glass cribs.
Number 8. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, is one of the top karaoke songs of all time.
I would think, you get that little country thing going. And 7, Start Me Up, The Rolling Stones. Really? Really?
I don't know about that. Come on.
This is just one. This is one.
There's probably
source's
a bunch
opinion.
of lists. Can we get the top lists of that?
Yeah, we have to put it. Number 6, I thought would be a lot higher. That's the first surprise.
Journey. Don't Stop Believing. Very difficult song to sing. Very high.
No, come on. Good.
Just a small town. Yeah, it's very hard. Living in a lonely world.
Ted's about to sing.
Oh, Ted?
Yeah.
I don't know the lyrics. Ted has a mouthful of bagel. Very interesting. The Who'd Have Thought that Sweet Caroline was number 1.
Whoa, Ted.
Ted blows the number 1. I think I had a lot to do with that, by the way.
I'm sure
making it number 1.
Sweet Caroline is one of Ant's favorites.
Yeah, well, number 1, yes.
Number 5, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, I Love Rock and Roll. Bobby Darin, 4, Mac the Knife.
Really?
Steppenwolf, Born to Be Wild.
You
hear that
see
a lot?
Drunken guy doing Born to Be
Number
Wild.
3, Garth Brooks, Friends in Low Places.
Yeah, that gets everybody singing. And, of course, Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline is number 1. It's a biggie.
Uno.
Someone revealed that early.
Audience participation. Ted Scheckler, I believe. He's been removed from the studio.
Ted didn't know. He was so anxious to be on radio. Ted was eager.
He thought to win you had to say the number 1, and we were just getting them all wrong.
He thought you guys didn't realize that you were reading the wrong direction. How help will go from top to bottom, or vice versa.
Poor Ted. Yeah, so we're looking forward to the big wedding, the big shindig. A lot of people are saying I should cam up and karaoke.
At least do the karaoke thing.
Well, I don't know. That would be a little scary to actually cam up and sing karaoke in front of my little talk show audience.
Have everyone else do it. That'd be awesome.
Well, that I plan on doing.
You should set up your broadcast area as just a karaoke thing, and if people walk up to the mic, then they're on cam.
Well, that's going to happen. Sal will do it. We'll get to see Sal. That's This Saturday.
Sal's still talking about his appearance a year ago?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I got, what was it called? Guy of the day, thing of the week. What did I get? It's line of the day, Sal. Row, I got line of the day.
He absolutely killed that day.
Oh, he
every
loved
time I
it.
see him, I'm like, I know. Come back.
Oh, Jesus.
Come back and hang with us, Sal.
He
What
loved
time
it.
should I get there Saturday?
Anytime you want. Of course you know.
Were you invited?
Jimmy.
No.
Jimmy's I invite people.
I'm the wedding mooch.
I was invited after I made it really awkward.
How'd you make it awkward?
No, you were invited.
He brought up the wedding on the show. I'm like, oh, was I? The next thing you know, a day later, I got an invite in the mail.
And Jimmy,
I was
of
such an
course,
idiot.
you can come. Of course you can.
Dude, as long as I'm out of there before my 8 p.m. show at Montclair at the Wellmont Theater.
Oh, really? You're doing a show in Montclair at the Wellmont Theater?
Saturday at 8. I mean, look, if you want to go to the wedding, call 877-935-5668. You can see me go to the wedding.
Oh, okay.
Pretty smooth, huh, boys?
That's interesting.
I like
would
it.
Go to see that.
But
Danny, I got a lot of discs, but and a lot of country. Apparently, there's a lot of country.
Country's really big.
Available.
And, I didn't necessarily compile the entire library.
No, I realize.
So
yes.
I still need to go and do some shopping.
No, I think you did a damn good job.
There's a good selection.
Well, you needed some kind of base to test things out with, and there was really no rhyme or reason to my purchasing.
Yeah.
Good.
I was singing some Moody Blues the other night.
Ooh, which
all
one?
alone. Like
By yourself? Like not even Danny around?
No, yeah, just all
You're
alone.
down in your basement singing Moody Blues to yourself?
How creepy is this? I'm down in the basement. I'm singing a little Moody Blues Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, I love that song.
And I got a Guinness in one hand, and I have a .45 caliber pistol strapped to my hip, and I'm singing alone in my house.
I think that's the only way to sing karaoke. Of
course
if
it
you
is.
think about it.
Of course it is.
Who wants to really sing in front of everyone? You really want to sing.
Because then you could belt it out. See, this is a perfect way to see what you can sing before you go out to karaoke and realize, in the middle of a song you go, oh, geez, that's out of my range, or I don't really know how the words and the music go together.
Right.
Nah, you just get up there at my place and you could shake it down. Oh, it's fun. What are you going to sing? What are you going to sing when you come there? We've got plenty of songs.
I'm not going, remember? I have something else to do.
Yeah, but some other time. I'm not taking the karaoke
I got to
down.
do that thing.
It's permanently there now.
I finally got to do that thing.
What?
Slide fishing.
He's doing the fly fishing on that day. How awful is
You
that?
got to get. It makes me smile. You got to get pictures. You got to You got to get pictures of dumbbell.
I think we're going to
I want
cancel.
video.
I think I'm canceling because I got to go to the wedding.
Oh, Bobby would just be
Whatever,
so
man.
upset.
Dawn's more
Just
important
leave
than
him
Bobby.
standing up. No, you just stand him up. Fucking leave him.
Huh?
Just don't show.
I haven't seen the mob in a while. I want to go check out the whole mob.
Bring Bobby, and you could just practice casting in my pool.
That's a good idea. We'll have E-Rock swim around. We'll try to catch him.
Ow! He's just got hook marks in him.
Propeller marks in his fucking.
Yeah, I didn't know how far we should take it, but what the hell, yeah.
Right to weld him.
Right to manateeism.
Of course. Right to weld him. You know, the biggest mammal on the face of the earth.
Of course.
I would sing karaoke by myself, so that I don't think that's too weird.
Yeah. I get scared, though,
The
when
one
I'm
fucking
singing that
time
someone's
me
going
and-
to come down the stairs and peek around the corner and look at me. Then I'll have to shoot them.
The one time you and I sang karaoke, it was the hardest song ever. It was
I
that
know.
fucking...
It was ridiculous.
What was it? Did we have to do
I think it
Man-Eater?
was Hall & Oates. Yeah.
We sang Man-Eater.
Yeah. We were buzzing, and it was a goof.
All right.
Yeah,
Because,
but
the
that's-
Hall & Oates
That's
thing.
not an easy song to sing.
No.
And it's
Of course not.
And it's quite
fucking dick in your mouth. How you gonna get the words out?
That's a great burp.
I love burp like that.
Footer's calling you the Rupert Pupkin of your basement.
Yeah, I want to get a cardboard audience that I could just... What? Yeah! What did he ask you, the cardboard Jerry?
Nothing.
What did he say? No, because he
It
goes...
was a whispered thing or something.
I mean, what did cardboard Jerry say to him? He goes...
Where he
"What?"
got that reaction?
He goes,
yeah, I
"What
don't know.
Yeah! That was the best part. Yeah! Like Cardboard Jerry was just hysterical.
Probably said
Goofed
Liza
on him.
Minnelli's, cunt stinks.
Good luck in Vegas.
Monday.
Taps a cheek.
Calm down, you. Why don't we do All in the Family, because we brought it to the show before the break, talking about that Morphodite.
Morphodite.
That guy had a great line, telling us what Archie said, but I want to hear it for real, so here it is.
Not only that, I had Michael read them, too.
Mike, it ain't enough that he's a pinko and an atheist. You're going to turn him from a man into a morphodite?
What's a morphodite?
A freak with a little too much of each and not enough of neither.
Too much each and not enough of neither.
That's unbelievable. Anthony, Sal, I didn't know this. Sal's going to be singing Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Every rose! Now, Sal will do what he always does.
What's his song again?
Christmas shoes.
Christmas shoes.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. He does the
He does Kenny Rogers. Which song does he do by Kenny Rogers?
He doesn't do the Gambler. It's,
Lady?
No, fucking...
Coward of the County?
I've seen it.
No,
I've seen it a few times myself.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck is this song again?
He hasn't done it in quite a while, but he's done it 8 million fucking times. It starts with the bar in Toledo across from the depot. Picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille.
Right, very good.
You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. And then he goes, everybody for Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only guy that gets the audience participation going during his turn.
In the bar in Toledo. And he always starts there. And you go, no, you got to start up across from the depot.
that Baltimore accent.
Oh, Baltimore. He's been in New York for 8,000 years. He still can't shake that Baltimore accent. Baltimore. Her name. And by now, though, he's still, like, behind. Because it's, like, the same. So you could... And then when the key changes here, he's all off. He's still going, you picked a fine time. Oh, wait a minute. And then he goes into pick to find time. Pick to find time. No, not yet. Oh. And he's done it 8,000 times.
I love the...
Oh, good.
I love the cocky assholes when they're doing karaoke. They wave off the fucking reading machine. No, I got
wave off the vocal. You know, even if I know them...
They purposely turn like, look how good I am. I don't even need to see that.
You know what's fucked up? Even when I know the words,
I look at this. Right?
No, I don't want to look. And I don't know why I do look, because you sing better when you don't look. Because when you're looking at the words and the little highlight is coming up, it makes you kind of sing a little more staccato than you want to. You don't flow into it.
Right.
And then when you're not looking, it sounds a lot more natural when you're singing it than when you're reading it.
Which is fine, but the guy that makes it obvious to the whole place. No, look.
Hey, I won't be needing this.
Nope.
I think I got this covered, all right?
Starts walking around.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to do my own interpretation.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have this.
Oh, no, meaning on a karaoke disc. So on Saturday when Sal...
you better have this or Sal's going to be pissed. Hey, we got more Archie Bunker.
Hi.
Listen to this one.
What are you ashamed of? You're a hero. You saved a life.
Yeah, lifeguards give mouth to mouth all the time.
Listen, Edith, lifeguards as victims is always wearing bathing suits. So lifeguards know who they're mouth to mouth. This freak took my breath under an assumed sex.
The man is not a freak. Outside of wearing women's clothes, he could be just like anybody else.
Well, I'd never let my sister marry one or my brother either.
That was when the tranny gave him mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
No, did he give a tranny or the tranny gave him?
Oh, yeah, right. He was in the cab, I think, and he gave the tranny mouth to mouth.
If you had known he was a transvestite, would you have let him die?
My God, she would not let him die. It says in the Bible, love thy neighbor as you love yourself.
Wait a minute. It also says in the Bible that a witness shall not bear falses against thy neighbor. Which is what that fag bore up against me.
Fag?
You don't even know what you're talking about. It just so happens that the majority of transvestites are heterosexual.
That's what I said, fagglish.
Not homosexual, heterosexual. You'd be surprised how many married guys with kids are transvestites.
How is it you know so much about these things? Let me see your underwear.
Just give me a straight answer.
No,
Would you have saved the man?
Yes, all right. I would have saved the man, yes. Even if I'd have known he was a trans voice. But in that case, I would have blew into him through my hat.
Through my hat. Fucking brilliant, man. Blew into him through my hat.
Holy fuck, is that great?
Just fucking calling him a fag.
Fagless.
Oh.
Was that where that came from? We use that a bit.
That's an old Yiddish term, I believe. But just that he can use the word fag like that in context of a gay guy, it's amazing.
I would have blew into him through my hat.
Through my hat.
Oh, fuck.
That's fucking great, man.
Absolutely. All right. This guy has more on the Mayweather fight.
Oh.
Hey, Jimmy, what do you got?
What's going on, fellas?
Jim.
After the fight, you had Bernard Hopkins, Shane Mosley, who are in bed with Golden Boy Promotions, and they all want to get paid, so they're just trying to get to Mayweather, because if you fight him, that's really the only way you're going to get paid right now. That's basically what it came down to. So they all got in the ring and surrounded the announcer while he was doing his interview just to piss him off, really. But I still don't think he'll bite.
See, I don't even know what you're talking about. I know you're explaining it, but I'm so out of the fight game these days.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that great, but the only good thing about it is Mayweather with his 24/7s, his family, they're crazy, so that's a little bit interesting. And the fact that Mayweather absolutely dominates people like Marquez, who are supposed to be Hall of Fame boxers, and still dominating the sport themselves. He goes in there and destroys them. I think that's still drawing the crowd. But as far as getting paid, like I said, Shane Mosley wants to get paid. I don't think if he cares if he wins or he loses, but Golden Boy, Bernard, all those guys, the only way to get the big paycheck is through Mayweather.
Who won the fight, Mayweather?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he absolutely destroyed him.
Did he knock him out? I don't even know.
No, around the 9th, 10th round, I think he could have knocked him out, but I think it was more of a respect thing since Marquez really isn't a shit talker. He kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt and just continued to out-jab him, hit him every round by probably 40-5.
Right. Jimmy, are you a big boxing fan?
I like it, but I kind of prefer UFC. I still respect boxing.
No, I'm not. In fact, I would probably rather watch a good UFC fight over that, but something about Mayweather I think is interesting. Yeah. I thought his family, his dad and his uncle, they look like they're drunk all the time, and every time they speak, it's something to listen to.
You know what's amazing though, when you watch a fight, like I was watching some old Foreman fights they had on MSG. They showed a couple of old fights when he was like 21.
He could have been the greatest of all time, George Foreman.
I think he could have been too.
Because he left the sport, obviously, and he still had a lot to give. And then he came back and did what he did, which was amazing, obviously. But, man, can you imagine if he fought a lot more in his prime?
Well, he wasn't the best boxer, but he was so strong and so fucking... He had pretty good feet for a giant guy. But I watched him fight, as devastating as he was. And even at that time, a guy like Fedor Emelianenko or any other great heavyweight in the UFC... would fucking murder, not toe-to-toe. If Foreman laid a glove on anybody, he'd knock him out.
Yeah, different style. And
but I'm saying the boxers, as great as they are, the whole lower half of their body is vulnerable. And any UFC fighter would just grab their legs. You would never stand toe up with Tyson.
Boxers might as well just be in wheelchairs.
I think boxing
they can't use the second half of their, the lower half of their body.
I wonder if in his prime, Tyson, though, could have been taken down on the floor and still just fucked someone up.
No.
He had such a low center of gravity. Big, hard-hitting, strong motherfucker like that.
He's got to learn those moves because they could just snap your arm or your ankle or whatever.
They do exactly that. They push your ankle the wrong way and your Achilles is fucking gone.
You're done.
Yeah, but you got to almost set up for that. I'm not sure if Tyson would just have you completely unconscious before you're able to do anything.
He hit you.
Back in his day, I'm talking about back when he used to storm out of the fucking corner and just kill people.
You know what? You got to look at Brock Lesnar. He's a powerhouse, and at this point, they're like, no one can beat this guy. But his first fight out, he got fucked by a move he didn't know anything about.
True.
It's not even,
or he didn't.
Just an early form.
True that.
It's not even about the, like, Tyson, again, if Tyson hit any UFC fighter square in the middle of his face, the guy would be dead.
Oh, can you imagine?
Anybody in his prime of Tyson hit was in trouble.
Ken Norton was a motherfucker, too.
He was and Foreman destroyed him.
Yeah.
Ken Norton was he went 15 rounds and all. He broke his jaw.
God, yeah.
He fucked up Ali pretty good.
Yeah. Big jaw. Why would anyone fight Foreman?
The glory days of boxing. Wow.
I was just watching Foreman fight in black and white. Not black and white.
Yeah, Dan from Ohio. You should look up
black and white.
Yeah.
You should look up what Dana White from the UFC said about the boxing match. Well, let's listen to the Mayweather audio and see if there's anything here.
And I want to give thanks to Reebok and all the sponsors that sponsored the fight.
Floyd,
let's do it, baby.
Before we do any commercials, or let's not do any commercials.
I gotta do my commercials. That's 7 figures, baby. I gotta do my commercials.
Floyd, you gave up $600,000 reportedly on the scales yesterday. Why?
Well, I'm not here to talk about money.
What about weight?
I'm happy with the victory. I want to thank my team. My team supporting me. I want to thank my father, Floyd Mayweather Sr. I want to thank Roger Mayweather. I want to thank all the fans that came out.
Floyd, it seems that you perceive questions like that as being negative, when in fact we just really want to know. It was a spectacular performance, and people are curious about the weight. You don't want to address it at all?
Well, I'm here to talk about my victory. That's in the past, and I'm ready to move on.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that as a no.
Is the audience listening to that audio?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think they got that from UFC because Rogan does that.
Oh, yeah. Well, they always did the post.
But the audience couldn't hear it.
But the audience didn't hear it. You're right. It was like just for the TV.
This is the one. Mayweather gets mad at Shane Mosley for interrupting his interview.
There is, before we get to Pacquiao, it's on everyone's mind, there is another truly great fighter here tonight who's your size, Sugar Shane Mosley. What are the possibility that we see that fight in the near future?
Shane Mosley is one hell of a fighter, and I don't take that away from Shane. You know what I'm saying? I let Al Heyman and Leonard Ellaby conduct my bouts, and then we'll go from there. I'm not scared of Shane Mosley. I'm not scared of no fight.
We just want to get it on. That's all. I mean, the fans want to see a great fight. Me and Money Mayweather. Let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. Wait. No.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down. Floyd. Bernard, please.
No, wait. I'll come up there and interrupt you when you're doing your interview. Don't disrespect me. Respect me as a man.
Okay. Shake hands. Good.
Wait, basketball.
Now, Floyd.
Respect me as a man.
Now, Floyd. Shane, not now. Manny Pacquiao. I thought that would get your attention.
My attention. I knew what I could do. I knew what I bring.
And you showed what you can do tonight. Let me ask you about the selection of Marquez as the opponent. It seems that...
The thing is this. I'm going to do the talk because you do too much talk. The thing is this.
All right, Jim.
Let me do the talking.
Jim.
Okay, then.
What a baby that announcer is. You got this great moment, these fucking fighters arguing, and this asshole's trying to conduct his interview.
And he's talking over it. Just throw the mic in between the two of them and let them fucking go.
And it's not your job to calm it down. Let it happen.
Yeah,
it's a moment.
Calm down.
That would be a great moment for boxing to let it continue.
Actually, mine is beeswax.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Harsh language, though.
All right, whatever. So that went down over the weekend.
What'd Dana say about it? I'm sure he wasn't impressed.
I don't know if we get suggestions from the instant feedback. Sometimes it's worth playing, and other times it's not. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth playing yet. So,
how about what did he say? Can instant feedbacker just tell us what he said?
I don't know. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute or two.
In Spanish. God, John Edwards has a fucking giant head.
Oh yeah, on his cock apparently. Shoots a lot of jism.
Yep.
With a lot of live sperm.
Yeah, is he the father of that baby or no?
Well, he is the father of one. Now they're saying maybe even another one. Love child.
Why would you let your sperm loose?
I know. Just put it in her shit or her mouth.
Not if you're in that.
That's my motto.
I'll let it
Look at
loose.
the
I have a
situation.
bumper sticker I saw. It says that.
Situation he's in. What is he doing?
Nothing.
I was watching some great serial killer movie the other night. Oh, on Ted Bundy. It was a poorly made movie, but it was kind of cool because it just showed him being just a brutal savage. He'd walk up to women getting into their cars, take this little lug wrench, and just smash them over the head out of nowhere. After talking real nice to him, Hi, you think you could help me? And he would use that, could you help me? He had a fake cast. He'd be like, could you help me with my books? And I got all these law books over to the car. And she'd be waiting by the passenger side, and he'd make like he was going around to the driver's side. And just from the wheel well, he'd pull out this little lug wrench thing and just bash the girl in the head, throw her in, and then just horrify them. Oh, one girl he had tied up in a shed, and she was bloody as all fuck. He had no qualms about beating the piss out of women.
He was a brute,
just punching their face, all bloodied. She's handcuffed to this pole in this shed, and he brings in another girl. And as this other girl is hanging by her handcuffs, she watches as he rapes this other girl, and then takes a giant boulder and just smashes her head in.
What the fuck?
And the girl is hanging by the handcuffs, just like, she can't even really scream. She's just like horrified. And one of them actually runs out of the shed and runs into the woods and finds one of the bodies that he had killed in the woods, strangled, and she's on her elbows and knees, just like rotted, kind of dead, like he was posed her. She's all naked, and he was like fucking her in the ass and just left her there and killed her.
Did the girl get away?
And then fucked her.
The girl got away who ran out of the shed?
No, he caught her. Oh, yeah, he caught her. Cut her up.
Because there was a really a weird misconception about Bundy, as if he was like this debonair kind of serial killer. Like he is kind of, because he was handsome, he was smart. He's kind of what's the word? Not idealized, but maybe idealized it, where people just think he was more of a gentleman.
Yeah.
He was a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, an animal, huh?
Brutal.
I think his last victim was a 12-year-old girl who he suffocated in the mud and raped.
Yeah.
He was a fucking dirtbag.
And he had I think this was the movie. He had like a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Who had a young daughter, and just what a creep, though.
He's dead, right?
He was executed in Florida.
Yes. Right.
Because he should have been.
Oh, yes. Took a little long, but they finally did get to him.
Well, he escaped from jail, I think, in Colorado.
Twice! Motherfucker escaped twice. He's one of the biggest serial killers ever, and he fucking escaped twice.
And he would have gotten away with it
if it wasn't for you darn kids.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that damn van, and the dog was licking peanut butter off the honey. I think he started killing in Florida, and he got caught because of a traffic violation. It's the same way Berkowitz got caught. It's the same way fucking Randy Kraft got caught. So many of these guys get caught.
Yeah. The simple things.
Wouldn't you make sure all your parking tickets are paid if you're one of these guys?
Your blinkers work. You know?
They lucked out with fucking Berkowitz.
It's my tags.
If it wasn't for that,
I forgot to put on my tags.
You would have continued.
I'll take care of this. You just sit still.
Yep.
Thought we could take care of it right here in Brainerd.
Right here.
In Brainerd.
Yeah, Bundy was a real fucking...
Just want to be in compliance.
And you're influencing people all over the country. We got Dave in New Mexico. Dave?
Ooh.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Dave.
Davey!
Happy birthday.
Hey, buddy.
First time caller. So, Anthony convinced me to buy a gun, and I went and got myself a Mossberg 2 weeks ago. Somebody broke into my garage, so...
there you go.
Little stories, and thank you. Appreciate it. Love you guys.
Nice.
And I heard Jimmy's favorite Guar song is Fucking an Animal.
I actually am not familiar with Guar song, but I like the guy Odorous as a guest. I think he's cool.
Odorous is fun.
Play that fucking song.
All right.
There it is.
All right, we'll play that
Seriously.
for you.
Right now.
We have...
Thank you, Dave.
I don't know who you guys want to have. I mean, I just thought we should have another... I
don't know what that other word is.
Wait. Oh, call it. We should just get to the next caller.
What? I don't... What? What?
She doesn't...
This never works.
This means caller.
Whoever.
All right. How about...
but, I mean, I want to get that audio up if we can. We're just trying to figure out some audio stuff, guys.
Steve in South Carolina. What do you got for the show?
Good evening.
What?
Gentlemen, Washington State over the weekend, a convicted murderer was let go at the county fair. He was on a...
All right, we fucking covered this already, dude.
Holy shit, all right, dude. Forgive me.
We fucking covered this.
Okay, later.
Yeah, right.
Oh, did he get mad at you?
Oh, was that fun? All right, dude. I can't be a dick. I'm kidding, of course. I wrote on a piece of paper, I want to be mean to the next caller. Like, whoever it was, I was just going to be a dick.
But you wrote, I want to be mute to the next guest.
Well, I figured, yeah. Well, that means that, like,
Which confused both of us.
Yeah, I meant mean.
Figure it out.
So I was just kidding, sir.
That was good. He was, well, excuse me.
He started off with good evening and got what? Sorry. Just kidding.
Let's do a little backstage with O&A as we go to break here. See what Sam's up to
backstage
in the hallways of Sirius XM.
And now, backstage with O&A. Here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts. Although he hasn't been on the air in weeks, Bobo's presence has been felt in the Sirius XM offices, as he's been showing up here regardless. We went to Bobo to talk to him about his lack of airtime.
Bobo, what time did you get here this morning?
I got here at 6:30.
Oh, cool. What time is it now?
It's around 10:30.
The show's over.
Yeah, that's right.
You weren't on the air.
Yeah, that's right.
Were you here last week?
Yeah.
You weren't on the air last week.
Yeah, that's right.
What's going on, Bobo?
I don't know. I guess they wanted to go a few weeks without me.
Also, you were kicked out of the hallway. You were thrown into Steve C's office.
I don't know why. For some reason, that's where they thought it'd be better off for me to sit there.
Bobo, do you think they're starting to fade you out?
Nah, I hope not.
It seems like they might be.
Hopefully that isn't the case.
Do you want me to try to get to the bottom of it?
If you want.
Okay, thanks.
With such fervor and passion as Bobo had, we decided to go straight to the source on this one, Opie and Anthony.
Hey, Anthony and Opie, do you guys have a second? I'll walk with you.
You better walk quick.
Okay, I'm walking quick.
Elevator bound, my friend.
You guys know Bobo was here today? Oh, no, Kenny, excuse me. I'm trying to get a comment from Opie and Anthony
Tell him, Kenny. Tell him.
About Bobo?
Tell him, Kenny.
Not now.
I mean, he was here and he wasn't used on the air. He didn't
Next week.
All right. Well, okay.
That's the important part. It's leaving.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. As Kenny's massive frame blocked the backstage crew, we learned that O&A's reputation for being unapproachable is indeed deserved. We went to executive producer Steve C next.
Ask him.
No, is it okay if I come by next week?
No, is it okay if you come by next week? No.
No, I said, is it okay if I come by next week?
But before you said that, you said,
well, what's your answer?
My answer is no.
Oh, Bobo. So I guess that leaves your next appearance up in the air.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, what do you think?
Happens.
This is not good news.
That's not, but it happens.
Are your 15 minutes up?
Hopefully it isn't up.
But what's your gut feeling?
Could be.
Could be indeed. Have we seen the death of Bobo on the Opie and Anthony show? Only time will tell, but in the meantime, let's all feel good about the depressive state this little dummy's been put in. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Opie and Anthony, starring Lil Jimmy Norton.
Who said that's a bunch of jive? Who's the audio of? I know that.
That's a bunch of jive. Sounds like from Airplane or something.
No, it's ours.
It was ours?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I wasn't listening close enough.
Joe Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry. It was from the Michael Jackson day. Okay.
Okay. Birthdays. Bill Murray, 59.
Really?
59 for Bill Murray.
I'd have put him in 60-something.
Stephen King, 62. And the only reason we're doing the birthdays because it segs into something.
It's mine.
Leonard Cohen, the great Leonard Cohen. Any Leonard Cohen fans here?
I like him. No.
Really?
No. What is
that voice?
What does he sing?
That guy from like fucking that movie with
the Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers.
The opening and closing song for.
Oh.
It is murder.
With that voice of his. He's 75, but we almost lost him the other day. And there's a YouTube video of Leonard Cohen coming out on stage for his first song, and halfway through it, he falls down on the stage, passes out. And then this fucking guy that filmed this video on YouTube shuts his camera off just when it was getting good.
People always do that.
What is that about?
Oh, they get scared.
It's the first video there, yeah. It's right there. Right there, right there.
Right there, right there.
Right there. This frustrates me. If then don't put it up on YouTube.
Oh, he's all
Sentimental, if you know what I mean. I love the country, but I can't stand the scene. And I'm neither left or right. I'm just staying home tonight, getting lost in that hopeless little screen. But I'm stubborn as those garbage bags that time cannot decay. I'm junk, but I'm still holding up this little wild bouquet. Democracy is coming to the USA.
I don't remember seeing that. This might be a different version of the video. I don't remember seeing that part.
It's coming through a hole in the air from those nights in Tiananmen Square.
What a great voice.
It's coming from the feel that this ain't exactly real, or it's real, but it ain't exactly there. From the war against disorder, from the sirens night and day, from the fires of the
75, wow.
from the ashes of
75.
Yeah. Democracy is coming to the USA.
Liberal cock.
You don't like him?
I love it.
I had to say that.
It's coming through a crack in the wall on a visionary flood of alcohol. From the staggering account of the Sermon on the Mount, which I don't pretend to understand at all.
Stop singing, Hobson.
It's coming from the silence on the dark of the day, from the braid of boulder.
Good songwriter, though.
It's a sick voice.
Literally.
Jonathan told me a story about him. Well, I heard he lost millions.
Oh, really? Yeah. Did it say this is the pass out video?
Just fast forward to the end of it. If there's a hat on the floor, we know he hit it.
No, it's.
I think some hat removal was due.
Yeah, go back. It's that one. Yeah, the 3-minute version.
Oh.
Yeah, you can fast forward when it buffers.
Buffering. Who the hell is he? Oh, the guy with the hat. People scream. Do they go, oh!
You'll see. It's a setup to nothing because the guy turned his fucking camera off.
What a dunce. And he's trying to sing on the floor?
I get drunk in a midnight quiet. I've tried in my way to be free.
Looks good in a hat.
Like a worm on a hook. Like a nightmare down.
Is he on the floor?
He's kneeling, I think.
Oh, maybe because he knew he was a little sick or faint or something.
The shape of our
Or maybe that's what he does. I don't know.
twisted me.
All right, he gets up. Started on his knees. He staggered up to his feet.
Then he goes back down.
Back down to his knee. Wow.
He was feeling it, huh?
This is his first song, too.
It's coming up now.
I hope that you know by now.
Again?
Was he leaning against the drum riser?
Yeah, he's having a tough time.
He's lazy.
That hat's fucking making his head hot.
What is it, lead?
Yes. I told him never wear your platinum hat again. I texted that to him.
Oh, he's supposed to be singing, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's an awful long interlude.
Just standing
sounds
there.
like the guitarist is covering.
And then...
Yeah, he's just not singing.
Oh, and he just falls over.
There he goes.
Everyone stops playing. And commotion. Oh, my God, what's happening? And...
And he ends it.
Why would you end there?
The drummer,
Why?
The drummer jumped off like,
Oh, brother, there goes me bread and butter.
I
Why
wonder
would
if
you end the video right
you
there?
can only hope, for the sake of him, is that his fucking someone else taped it, or that his maybe his thing ran out.
his thing ran out?
His thing?
I mean,
What thing, Jimmy?
Maybe he only had a certain amount of space. If it was a fucking camera or whatever.
Sure would have been a coincidence.
Sure would have been.
His thing.
Sure would have been.
His thing.
The thing!
So happy birthday to Leonard Cohen, 75.
What happened to him? Did he say why he fainted?
They said it was stomach problems. That's what they
What,
said.
stomach flu or
He had a sour stomach in.
That's what I heard. That was what I heard on the news. Whether that's he was suffering from a stomach complaint, tour promoters said.
We need Leonard Cohen in this world, Ant. We
Well,
need a guy like Leonard
if God
Cohen.
needs him, it's pretty much a done deal.
God needs a man in a hat.
Yes.
I heard he was, I don't know the story, so I can't tell it, but he was going to quit music, or he quit music and went away for a while to be a monk or some shit, or to do some weird stuff.
Hippie.
And he left his girlfriend, or whoever she was, in charge of the money, and then the money wasn't around. It's such a, I don't know if that's the story.
Wow.
But it was some awful one that you go like, fuck, you dope.
What were you thinking?
Exactly. You don't trust a skirt with the cash.
You tell him, Jimmy. You
squeak.
tell him.
All right.
Remember that Sex and the City rant we did last week?
Who could forget it? It was about Samantha fucking everything.
Well, we got an update in the paper this weekend. Thank God, Ant.
Oh.
Thank God they captured
What's
a picture
going on?
of Samantha in a wedding dress as they filmed the sequel to the Sex and the City movie.
I hope there's a donkey in a tuxedo. A big boner.
Yes, so do I. Because she likes
making
big
everyone wonder if she's going to, stop being a whore and settle down.
Oh, is that it? Like maybe they're trying to get a rumor out like, has she finally found the right man? Who's the man that can satisfy Samantha? Oh, gee, they got cocks out of him like an octopus. Just fucking cum. She's probably doing a fucking who could suck off the most cocks video in a wedding dress. Yeah, bring it on, boys.
It's just all horseshit. But we did some good rants on the Sex and the City movie being filmed in the city.
Of course.
It's not like people are trying to get things done in this city.
Oh, yeah, they are, man.
Yeah, the UN fucking assembly. That's great.
It's that time of year again?
It certainly is.
Do they do it every year, or is it like the Olympics every four?
Every fucking year. They drag these savages from every nation into Manhattan, which is already fucked, and then close down a bunch of streets to fuck it some more. Security everywhere. You can't drive. You can't walk places. And just to have these fucking people here is a threat. Threat!
Can't do nothing.
Get it out.
Didn't we
get it the fuck out of New York City, especially?
Yeah, we did say that, and put it in Des Moines,
get it
just somewhere
weird.
weird.
Get it out of the whole United States.
Well, that's never
Who
going to
fucking
happen.
needs the UN here? Why did it decide to put it here?
I don't know.
Fucking put it in Moscow.
Whenever my dad would get mad at the country, he'd go, yeah, Uncle Sap. Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sap. Taking another one.
Yeah, my father always called it Uncle Sap.
Uncle Sap. Oh. That's funny. That's such an old guy thing to say.
Uncle Sap.
Let me tell you, Uncle Sam is now Uncle Sap. Not like the old days.
Well, the Sex and the City thing. Derek and Steve are at it again. and I think they took some of our words and made something out of it.
Uh-oh.
On an all-new Sex and the City, radio's Anthony Cumia guest stars as Samantha's chatty cousin, Ophelia.
The guy I was with last night put a horse to shame with the size of his cock.
While Samantha undergoes a hysterectomy, Ophelia joins Carrie and the girls for cocktails.
Yes, another round of Cosmos, and one for my pussy, too. I'm going to do a handstand, just pour it right down the old fuck flu.
If you thought Samantha was the wild one, wait till you hear what Ophelia offers up.
I left the oven mitts duct taped to my dog's paws. How embarrassing. But what a fucking my Labrador gave me.
When these ladies get together for a night on the town, there's no telling what can happen.
You gonna buy some shoes? Yes, the last ones I had are full of cum. It dripped right down out of my pussy into my shoes.
It's douching and douche chills on an all-new Sex in the City.
Let me see, what day is it? It's an ass day. Friday's all about my bunghole.
I love the fact that she goes, I need new shoes. Cum leaked out of me and ruined my shoes.
I did say shoes. I wanted to say shoes more than once.
It was just funny the way she bookended the cum thing with shoes.
With shoes.
She needed new shoes. Nothing about her stockings or underpants. It just leaked out and ruined her shoes.
And right down to her shoes. Her shoes.
One of my favorite Otto lines is George was chastising Otto gently, and he said, I'll bang you in the ass until there's blood in your shoes. Do you know
that puppet is rambunctious?
Do you know how hard you have to fuck someone's ass until there's blood in their shoes? Because blood dries on the way down. That's got to be a brutal. Otto is funny, man.
Have to somehow sever a femoral artery with your dick.
Just the fact that, but they're partners. They work together, and yet the puppet threatens him with that.
Yeah, they're partners. They work together.
They travel together. They're on every plane together.
Yes.
Fuck you in the ass till there's blood in your shoes. What a vile threat.
That's how a girl should walk, where the thighs don't touch.
I know, I like
That's all we ask.
Oh, you like a big gap between?
Well, not big, but you don't want...
No, you don't want... But I like some of those girls that looks like they got a lot of room in there.
Well, then it starts looking like they're bow-legged. I'm not talking about that.
Right.
Here's the swimming with bow-legged women.
I made it myself. Pretty good stuff.
Now this.
Police say what a Walmart employee found in a roll of pictures is disturbing.
Oh, now, Jimmy, did you take the... All right, we get it. Jimmy's weird.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
A nuclear weapon.
Uh-oh. From your new action movie?
Yes. Where Agent Bill Chesterfield comes in and removes the weapon from the roll of film.
I hate Bill Chesterfield. I hate him.
Why?
He sucks.
Is he Agent Bill Chesterfield?
Agent Bill Chesterfield, and he wears a hat that's tilted sideways, and he winks a lot at the girls.
Jimmy,
That's me.
Someone on Instant Feedback goes, what is Jimmy's fascination? It was Redding, okay. Has Jimmy ever explained his fascination with hats?
Who doesn't love a good hat?
You add hats to a lot of your bits.
Of course I do. I add hats to sentences.
That's hysterical.
Who doesn't love a hat? I challenge you. Find me one among you who doesn't care for hats. You show me someone that doesn't love a hat, and I'll show you a communist.
This might take some work, but can we get a montage of Jimmy talking about hats, possibly?
That would be good.
It might be, if it's too hard, that's fine.
Just every fucking hat reference.
I don't want to give anyone busy work, but if it's easy to do, that'd be really funny.
Everyone, look, half this room has hats. Me and you don't.
That's right.
And
Jimmy.
Danny, do
That's
you?
right.
Always wears a hat. Steve wears a hat.
But you don't wear a hat.
No, I don't wear hats when I need to.
Is that why you have a fascination for hats, because you don't look good in a hat?
I don't look good in them, but I have a healthy respect for them as an entity and as a product.
And what did Archie say? He would give mouth-to-mouth through his hat?
He'd blow air into him through his hat.
Through his hat.
What a great line. All right, let's find out what's happening at the photo thing there.
CBS 5's Steve Filmer just finished talking to a couple accused of taking nude pictures of their children. And Steve, we understand the parents are now suing Walmart, right?
Yeah, and Kent, this is a story that everybody who's got a young kid and a camera really needs to pay attention to, especially if you think some of the...
Would you stop
that? This makes perfect sense.
I'm trying to hear that.
Oh, Uncle Paul. I've told people this in the past. when people take pictures like, oh yeah, they're showing pictures and it's like bathtub or their naked kid like sitting around or something, and the parents think it's cute. It's like, oh, he's just naked, or he's in the backyard. Oh, you're taking it. You like, well, first of all, what year is it that you're developing them in a store? But secondly, it's like this now is illegal. It is considered in some circles child pornography.
Even though it's obvious that it's an innocent photo of the kid in the bath or whatever.
Doesn't matter.
What about the parents that let their kids run around naked in public places?
Yeah.
That is fucking weird, man.
We talked about that at the beach.
You don't know who's out there.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? Putting chum in the water like that.
Bunch of ghouls. Remember that out in California? Just laying down at the beach when we were out. I don't know what the fuck we were doing out there.
Was it the WrestleMania?
Yeah, maybe that was it.
And we went to the beach for the day.
Went to the beach, hanging out, and this fucking naked kid comes over, and it's just standing next to my fucking blanket.
Completely naked.
And I look, I hear something, so I look, and there's this fucking kid, I don't know, what, a year and a half? Just sitting there, standing there naked with a stupid, that's where puffy vag came from. you see the little kid, and then they got like, I think vages are like eyeballs. You know that your eyeballs never grow? Like your eyeballs.
People don't know that. You are born with your eyeballs, and they don't get bigger.
They're the same size.
I didn't know that.
As a kid.
That's a fact,
Yeah, they're the same size when you're like fucking born as they are when you're an adult. They kind of take a different shape and stuff after a while, and the color changes, but the size is the same. I think that's the same with vages. Jesus, like this kid is standing there, and there's this giant, big, puffy vag on this little midget baby body.
Too big for the body? The vag?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And it's just standing there with that stupid big pot belly kid stand and this big puffy vag. And I'm like, get out of here.
Very convincing.
Get out of here. No, I was looking around for like the parents.
Yeah, they don't care.
And then I shooed the kid away.
That's just fucked
with
up.
my giant mule.
Really needs to pay attention to, especially if you think some of the cutest and funniest moments with those kids occur around bath time, when the kids might be completely nude or partially clothed, and you think what you're capturing is just very natural and innocent.
They were pulling them away from us.
Lisa DeMarie is the mother.
Oh, boy.
You know what, though, man? When the parents...
distraught parent.
The fucking parents have a right. That's not... If it's innocent and two kids are taking a bath and they're both really young...
Do we know what the pictures were?
That's not
Are these
fucking
the pictures,
pornographic.
Danny?
These aren't the actual pictures, but these are of the same ilk.
Nah, probably of a different ilk. They're covered up. They're covered with a towel.
There's a slight description, and I mean, in the audio, and from the description, I mean, it can sound questionable, but
pornographic.
I mean, you know, it's parents and their kids in the bath. I mean, what else is it going to be? Seriously, especially the kids. I mean, the ages of the kids were 18 months, 4 and 5. I mean, let's just
and innocent.
They were pulling them away from us.
Lisa DeMarie is the mother of 3 young girls. She and her husband Anthony had their children taken from them by Child Protective Services a year ago. It was 5 weeks before the girls were allowed to come home.
It was awful. I couldn't tell them where they were going or when I would see them again.
It all started inside the...
This smells fishy.
No, they were too young for that.
They would take the kids away for 5 weeks.
That's fucking...
What is it? What is she not telling us?
I don't know. I don't know. What kind
they
of
had to
pictures
have
were
a
these?
pretty good suspicion to take the kids away for
Where
5
are those
weeks,
pictures
right?
I was supposed to see?
Or when I would see them again.
It all started inside this Peoria Walmart, where the family dropped off a memory stick of digital photos to be developed. Some of those pictures prompted Walmart workers to call police.
Papa Boner.
The Peoria police report says there were a total of 13 photographs that could commonly be classified as child erotica. 8 of the photos, or as child pornography. 5 of the photos. The young girls appear to be posed in, quote, a provocative manner. Some pictures include Dad, her buttocks shown, and his hand on her buttocks. The family will not show or share the actual photos.
All right, that sounds a little inappropriate.
That is a little bit, yeah.
That sounds inappropriate.
I don't blame the employees for calling the cops.
Something's up.
Yeah, you'd have to... One with the father's pinky firmly...
Yeah, why are you touching your daughter's
entrenched.
ass in a picture for? It's
You don't
creepy.
do that.
Unless he's holding her, like, unless he picked her up, but that's...
Picked her... Oh, he's like picking her up and...
Yeah.
She's naked. Get your naked kid's ass off your hand.
That's true.
Creep.
A very good question coming in from Matthew. Let's go to Matthew.
Matthew.
Yeah, you get a Vietnamese kid running down the street from some napalm and it wins a Pulitzer Prize. What about pictures like that?
I don't think that was considered erotica. When a burnt napalm child is running down the street, and the only reason she's naked is her clothes were barbecued off of her by a bomb.
If she was running away from the cock, then you would have a
right. If there was a soldier chasing her with his fucking big dick hanging out, I think there'd be a problem.
Let's go.
Yeah, there it is. I don't think that's considered erotica. No. She's burnt and fucking running down the street crying with other little children. That's Mrs. Fuck. Her name is now. She's Ms. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell she's burned in that though?
Yeah, a little bit. Her skin looks a little wrinkly for a kid. See? Look at her ribs and her arm.
Yeah, I just read something about her.
And she has
puffy veg.
And she has no hair on her body.
That looks
Opie.
What happened?
She's a child. Of course there wouldn't be any hair.
She looks like she's in pain though. Her
that's
arm is being out.
Give me a bath. I need cold water.
What about the crybaby in front? He still has his clothes on.
He's got his clothes on.
Calm
He's just
down.
like...
Look behind you. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it certainly can.
And look at the soldiers just listening to some Jimi Hendrix. They
don't care.
They're just walking.
Yeah, they're listening all along the Watchtower.
Or something.
Some Purple Haze.
Some nice 70s Rolling Stones
song. Smoking some pot. Just fucking machine gunning rice patties.
They're just walking along.
They don't care.
They got a fucking...
That's another picture of fuck?
Wow.
This is a new picture of fuck?
Why didn't they submit that one? Not as good?
She's not crying.
Oh, see, now she's just running.
Oh, now she's just fine.
Oh, she's dandy there.
Yeah, and the boys behind her, listening to some CCR or something. Fucking rocking out.
Yeah.
The photographer.
They got playing cards in their helmets. They're just,
They're listening to Fortunate Son and just fucking like smoking weed. Right. Oh my God. Charlie's gonna pop out of the bush any second now. They got a Vil to burn. They got some hooches to burn right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I bet the naked little girl runs the whole fucking operation. That's how the naked kook cries.
Oh, turn this up. If you're going to play it, you got to play it loud, Travis.
Need some fucking Hueys. Yeah. That kid looks burnt. Who gives a shit?
Right.
We got a mission to stick to.
Right.
And we're going to fucking stick to it.
But, sir, she's naked and she's burnt.
Forget about it, Private. She's fucking dead. Just another casualty. Yeah, motherfuckers. Yeah! Die, fucker! Die!
Goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen!
Fucking beautiful, man! It's fucking beautiful! Jesus Christ.
Nothing better than a Vietnam soundtrack, man. Those songs they pick for those Vietnam movies. There's not a bad one ever.
No, Forrest Gump had some good ones.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any good Nam movies coming out? Are there any good Nam movies coming out?
They're remaking Apocalypse Now.
No way.
With Will Smith. He plays Colonel Kurtz.
I got a joke. Goes along with the title, but it's fair. Goes with the first word. Last syllable. Oh, stop it.
Redding wants us to go old school and play the classic Nixon bit with Kim Fuck.
Oh, my God.
That is a classic.
Oh, that's a classic.
Maybe we can find that out.
That was done on regular radio, right?
Man, I know.
And we pretty much said fuck.
The times,
they did a change.
A changing. Nathan, what do you got?
Hey, guys.
Hi, Nathan.
Anyone who runs is a VC. Anyone who stands still is a well-disciplined VC.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Hey, last weekend, not this past one, but the one before, I went down with my girlfriend down to Alabama to visit her sister and brother-in-law and their little 18-month-old niece. Took my digital camera, and she took a bunch of pictures. And, of course, there's the bathtub picture and the little girl running naked in the living room in Grandpa's house and all this shit.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, yeah, can you email those to me? No. No, I'll put those on a disc and hand them to you
Yeah,
directly
absolutely.
and delete them immediately.
Now that's a smart man.
But I got to looking at the pictures and I was like, damn, she does have a fat vag. And I thought,
Jesus.
15 months old.
Stupid babies.
Yeah, I felt like
stop with the
Uncle Paul there
vag.
for a second. So
Keep your vages covered.
yeah, I think
Stupid
you're exactly
parents.
onto something there. It's like an eyeball, never grows.
Yeah, apparently eyeballs do grow. It was a
I
misconception.
don't know about that, man. I heard all that they don't. Maybe they just
They get heavier.
Well, I'm getting information that if your skull grows and your eye sockets grow and your eyeballs didn't, they would fall right out of your eye socket.
Nope.
No, because the muscle around them might grow.
What?
They might not grow, but the muscle around that holds them
All
in
right,
might.
we're going to Wiki answer.
All right.
Let's see. Answer. No.
Yes.
Your eyeballs stay the same size throughout your life. At birth, the head and structures within it, such as the eyes and brain, are more developed in proportion to the rest of the body. The head and eyes increase in width by only 1.5 times up to age 5 years. And after that, only very small proportion more until early adulthood. So the eyes do grow slightly, probably only a matter of a millimeter, and only up to age 5 or so.
What's a millimeter?
All right.
Like this?
A silly millimeter longer. 10 millimeters make a centimeter.
I was doing a measurement joke for everybody.
I was doing
hands very wide apart.
I was doing an old cigarette commercial joke. A silly millimeter longer.
Anthony, we got a very good phone
That's
call
an
about
imagine?
new children. It's Corinne,
Oh.
looks like. Corinne.
Yeah, guys, remember the old Coppertone ads where the puppy would pull down the little girl's panties
Yep.
and her little coolie would show?
Yep.
I sure do. And
now they've changed it.
Yeah, now they're politically correct with that shit.
Yep. They changed that whole fucking thing, and they don't show her little hiney crack anymore.
Is the dog still pulling on the bathing suit bottom?
Yeah, I think so, but
no
hiney crack.
No hiney crack?
But it has cut down on the amount of jism that was on the billboard. Hey, is that that's the old one, right?
Yeah.
And where's the new one?
See, what's wrong with that?
It's a little fucking kid. She's all tan.
Well, you were able to handle that for many
And
years.
she's got her white butt crack showing because the dog is ripping down at her pants because he smells peanut butter. Why? Why do I even say that?
I don't know. How come that? Why is the dog in the Coppertone head? Oven mitts on?
Jesus.
Oven mitts.
I love it.
That poor peanut butter loving oven mitt wearing dog that always gets brought up on this show.
It's one naughty dog.
It's a naughty dog.
One busy beagle.
There's not a new Coppertone. They kind of dropped the whole.
What the fuck?
Fucking A, man.
Hey, we got to go to Drew in D.C. He's a soldier. Drew?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, man.
What's up, Drew?
So, when I was deployed back in 03-04, my parents decided to send me a slew of photographs all put on one page, to keep me company, and to include a picture of my two nephews in the bathtub. It's a little uncomfortable when you're with a bunch of men, and they just want to make comments about it.
Yeah, huh?
What were they saying?
You know what? I kind of blocked that out. I think the only thing I can really remember about that whole time was one guy making a comment and then me kicking him right in the face.
What did he say? Come on.
Let's see. I'd eat a mile of shit to see where it came from.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah. Beyond that, it was just long ago. Don't remember a lot of the comments. She was just a little uncomfortable.
Were they inappropriate comments?
Jimmy, what do you think?
I don't know.
Well, between
course
that
they were.
and wanting to fuck my sister, yeah, they were all inappropriate.
Well, my house. Fuck my.
Yeah. I want this head so clean, the Virgin Mary herself will be proud to take a dump in it. That's great. You want the bathroom so clean, God's mother will shit in it.
She'd look and go, this is clean.
The Marines really know how to drive home a point, don't they? There's a real art to being a Marine, D.I. They really know how to-
Everything about the Corps is very important.
They put it above God.
Yes.
Yes. Second half of the story.
Can you describe, even in very simple terms, the content of the photos, the poses of the girls, what was going on
Puffy
when the
badges.
photos were taken?
They're bath time photos. Girls getting out of the bathtub, drying, wrestling, playing around.
Oh, boy.
Just everyday photos that everyone in this room who has children has taken these photos.
The Demarys are now suing Walmart, the state, and the city of Peoria.
We now realize how much control the state has and that they can pull any one of your children out of your home right now.
And we, of course, asked to hear Walmart's side of this. A spokesman responded to us saying that they take all of the allegations in a lawsuit like this very seriously. They are not responding to specific allegations one by one in this suit, at least not yet. And that Peoria police report is some 60 pages long. Kent?
Steve, do we know the ages of the girls at the time those pictures were taken?
I need info.
Yeah, actually, the girls were about 1.5, 2, and 5 years old a year ago when all of this, the pictures were actually taken.
You know what? Screw the Walmart angle. I want to know why the authorities felt they had enough info to take the kids for 5 weeks.
Yeah, this naked pictures.
Well, if you get naked pictures that are inappropriate like that, they take them right out of the fucking house.
Yeah.
That's it.
But we're not
Child
really
protective services.
They must have been questionable photos, man. It's like there's a photo of me when I was 5 years old in a bathtub.
Oh.
And
Jimmy, when can we?
I'll show it to you because I'm like I'm nosing I'm leaning out of the tub and I think my cat is leaning in.
Yeah, there's a picture of me and my brother in the bathtub, all soaped up and smiling. It's just innocent enough, you know.
If
cocks in my mouth.
This is innocent. We're just having a couple of drinks.
A couple of drinks.
I'm naked in a tub with my 2 brothers and my sister.
Oh, Jesus. All right, when you
For
bring
you?
the sister in there, that's a little rough.
The crock pot.
A little rough.
If you bring your picture, and I'll bring my picture in.
I'll bring in my pictures.
Was yours taken on a digital camera?
Oh, my God. You scared me. I thought you found it because that picture.
Does it look like it?
Holy shit.
Well, oh, my God. Bathtub kids are all over the internet. But
So-
you can't see them naked.
All
can
right,
you?
so they're... Wow, I don't know, man. The couple isn't saying something. I would love to know what the authorities...
These are, like, look
had
at
on
the first
couple.
one. That looks questionable.
Absolutely.
To me. All right.
That's not questionable. It's just,
I see.
Nah, they're all little kids.
No, they're covered up. I can almost see puffy vag, though.
You can see...
That vag is like a fucking flotation device. It's like an airbag.
What? But what did the father have his hand on the kid's ass for? That's creepy. That's fucking creepy, man.
I need to know more.
Travis is a new dad. Have you been touching your daughter's ass at all?
Oh, I can't say I would do. Yeah, thanks, Danny.
Oh, Dan. Does she have a puffy vag? Does little Riley have a puffy vag?
Just gonna turn my mic off.
What's the matter?
Tastes like creams.
Oh,
Danny,
God
Danny.
damn, Danny. Oh, shit. Oh, Travis.
Danny likes to poke my baby and say, "See, I'm fingering your baby."
Danny is
fuck?
horrible. He is horrible.
You don't like that
with
Travis is a
Travis's
father?
baby.
It's my kid. I can do whatever I want to it.
Danny also
Now
likes
he's
to.
insinuating he's the father.
Danny also likes to take pictures of her eyes while she's sleeping and then blow it up really large and say "baby vagina."
Oh, he turns it sideways and says "baby vagina."
Jesus.
Yeah, he's got one. It's
I don't know
the
if I-
baby's
I don't know if I
eye.
have it on my
It's a
phone.
very close shot of the baby's eye. Danny is
Nah, I
a
don't have it.
despicable human being when it comes to little baby Riley.
Very good. Let me say hi to Richie Boy. Richie Boy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
I gotta say that I cannot fucking believe that the state can go in and fucking take these kids out of these people's home without fucking knowing that there's something wrong.
But Richie, it seemed like the photos were a little. I said that too, but then they described this like the father had his hand on the ass. There was a couple of them that would probably. The state doesn't just walk in and take your kids. A couple of them must have looked really bad.
Yeah, I just want them to explain further why they felt like they had to take the kids out of the house. They said, yeah, there was a picture where the father's hand is on the kid's naked ass, but that was it.
And then having 2 naked girls wrestling around on the floor, like, well, put your fucking pajamas on.
Yeah, it's really not necessarily exactly.
And put on those goddamn pajamas.
That's not the same thing as fucking like they, that they were being molested. I mean, there's photographs of their kids, and the state's going to come in and take them away.
Well, we have to. The bottom line is that no one has seen the photos. So this, I mean, look, it's a weird line. It's like parents certainly have a right to be parent, and you can take a picture of your kid in the tub. But it's like, what if those were inappropriate? And what if the guy is a creep? And then they have the right.
These are the children. These kids. I just thought the state has no right to go in and take children away from the parents. With it's one thing. Like I said, if they were going to do an investigation, do that. If they need to protect the children. If
they feel there's an immediate threat to the safety of a child, they through laws, whether you agree with them or not. Child Protective Services has a right to take the kids out of the house and then do an investigation and see if it's safe for the kids to return to the house. If they don't do that, you end up with situations where maybe the kid ends up dying, and then the state's responsible. They say, why didn't they intervene sooner? Or
the parents knew that they were taking those photos to Walmart.
There are stupid people, too, man. There are stupid people that would do that. There's been plenty of people.
I agree with that.
Gary Glitter got busted fucking taking his computer in to get repaired, and the guy opened up the fucking DVD-ROM, and actual children fell out. Nude children were in his computer.
Running like that girl from Vietnam.
Yeah, she looked like little Kim Fuck.
Just running away.
Is that how he took his computer and he get fixed?
Yeah. Could you fix this? I can't look at the porn.
Yep.
That's obviously the typical guy who's going to be.
Yep.
That's how they get caught. Obviously, classic mistake. But this is different. I mean, if the guy was molesting one of those kids in a photo, I would understand the state coming in, children. But I think they should be doing an investigation. That's totally reasonable if they felt there was a question. But
dude. They would do that, but maybe there was some of the photos. They said a couple of them were posed. You're going like they're all just kids waving. They might have been a couple that really would classify as completely inappropriate.
Look,
at first glance.
Yeah, both of us can sit here, till we're blue in the face, unless we've seen the pictures.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm just telling you what. The law is
something just doesn't make sense.
They can do that.
I'm kind of with Richie. Something just doesn't make sense. I mean, the authorities got to explain a little further than they have.
But he's saying when he called up, he said, they have no right to go in there. It's like no,
they have a right, Richie.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, absolutely. But they didn't really explain their side of this in the news story whatsoever.
Well, they're keeping
they felt like there was something going on, something that didn't seem right.
I got a little girl, dude. And if somebody tried to take my because taking a bath time photo of her, there would be.
But I think we all know. I think we all know that that's not what happened.
Yeah, I think a distinction can be made between an innocent bath time photo and something that people find provocative. And then they said some of them were sexual erotica, and others they considered child pornography. Now, whatever that distinction is, they were able to make that distinction in a number of these pictures. So, again...
Well, I bet you one of the Walmart employees, got a little filled up when he looked at the photos.
But
it could have been.
Maybe it's porn,
But you're immediately making the right of the parents, over the fucking duty of the state to protect kids from possible being raped.
Because he's a father. He's taking this very personally, Jim. Very personally.
Yeah, she hears...
I absolutely am, because it's like I said, if they want to investigate and they want to send somebody into the home, start doing profiles on kids and doing all that sort of thing, that's fine. But don't yank them out of the fucking house.
Dude, how often does that happen? It's very, very rare.
I don't know.
The state doesn't just walk in and take kids. There was obviously something in those photos that really set off an alarm bell.
I'll tell you why they did it. In my opinion, my guess is the state did it because they didn't want to. If something did happen to those kids, they didn't want the liability. It's the fucking liability, the potential lawsuit. If something did happen,
well, now there is a lawsuit because they didn't think the other way around. Like if they're wrong, that the family's going to sue them. I mean, they were. What's the expression?
Between a rock and a hard place.
Thank you.
Yep.
There was also something in that audio.
Catch-22.
The police report was 60 pages long. So, What was in
double
those
space?
What was in those
Both
60
sides?
pages?
Yeah, there's something going on. And not that they were molesting them, but the pictures must have been questionable. They don't just fucking take 3 kids for 5 weeks if it's just a kid in the bathtub with a duck waving.
They must have been questionable pictures as far as the law goes, too. Their intent could have been as innocent as,
I'm sure
as
it was.
anything. But as far as the law goes, perhaps the pictures went over that line between something innocent and something dirty.
There you go. We'll take more of your phone calls after the break, or we'll play the Nixon tapes.
Hey, I want
to figure this out.
Tricky Dick.
Opie and Anthony, stay there.